I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are Kentucky Fried Critics.
Welcome back.
Here we are, episode 25.
We made sure. We made sure.
We don't have a new calendar yet.
But we double checked.
But we looked before recording.
We scoured through the files and counted each one.
And just to still keep with our timey-wimey problems of it all, though, I still can't remember if in the last episode we got it right. We'll find out when I start editing because I have not done that yet.
Just do some magic. Just go back through and just dub in your voice saying
Well,
the right.
The only
right
problem is
one.
I would have to steal it from this one because we joked the one time. You were like, you need to start saying like 3 episode numbers in a row and just being like, clip out the one that works.
Clip the ones out.
But I only did it the one time. And so like we'd have to start doing that again. Like
literally every time.
Anytime we can't remember, we just need to start
Welcome
saying
to episode
when
25,
we can't
26, 27.
Yes, exact. That's what we'll start doing. Anytime we can't remember, we'll just be like, okay, what's the last
It's one of these 3, damn it.
It'll just be one of those like, what's the last number you definitely remember? And we're just gonna count up a few.
3.
Right. Oh, 3? Man, could you imagine? Could you imagine if they heard
fuck
that?
have you been the past 3 months, man?
I thought we just already started season 3. I thought
Yeah,
I thought we were
like,
episode 3.
It's
season
been
3.
like another year already, right?
We're getting close.
Time is flying.
I just had a reminder for the fact that it's been a year since we did Encino Man.
No, it hasn't.
Yes.
Shut up.
I just got a random social media thing that was
so
like
old.
1 year ago today, and it showed Louise and the Juice, and I said, shut the fuck up. You're lying.
And they have like new flavors of that shit out now too.
Yeah. We'll have to find we'll if we need one for one of the random Pauly Shore movies left, that's what we're gonna do.
One.
It's an easy go-to for sure.
Because we still got like 3 left?
Yes, I think we realized we thought we were almost done, but we still have we have In the Army now.
Biodome.
That's what we
the
had
other
forgot.
one.
We kept forgetting Biodome.
And Pauly Shore is dead.
Yeah. Of the mainstays. That again, he's been in other stuff. We're not trying to downplay anything he did after that.
Those are that's the only fucking shit he did. And then he fell off the face of the earth.
But those are definitely like that's the main portion of his like movie career. You know what I mean? Like everything since then until recently
was like cameos
has been
shit.
small stuff. Recently he started trying to get into like doing some bigger parts again and stuff.
Didn't he do a stand-up not that long ago?
Yeah, but that's also not fair because you know, like I mean, it's his
yeah.
family. Stand up.
Still though.
Comedy.
I bet it was funny.
Show. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
I like Pauly Shore when he's not being an asshole.
That's the problem. Sometimes
so, he's like that. It's like that friend. It's like, man, I like him, but you know, every once in a while, he's just kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that might be me.
I don't know.
Possible.
So on that note, though, let's go ahead and just get into this one. So you guys know we're here doing Stir of Echoes this week.
Woohoo, Kevin Bacon.
That's right. My brother in pork.
My brother in pork
makes him your cousin in pork.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you are in the ham
I
family.
am in the ham family.
You just don't have the name.
He's my cousin in pork.
That's right. He's my brother in pork, ham, bacon.
My brother of pig.
Yeah.
Should invite him to the family reunion.
This is the only reason I know that we've done the Kevin Bacon conversation before, is because I know that I've already said this in my story about where that comes from. But yes, I love Kevin Bacon. Friday the 13th. That's where
that's where it was.
That's when we talked about him. That being the beginning of his career. So this is fun to do this movie because this is the resurgent. This is like the middle.
This is when
of
he
the
started to
resurgence.
come back in the.
This is a Hollow Man.
Yeah.
This. A bunch of other movies and TV shows. Like he
went back to what he knew. He went back to horror movies. He's like, hey man, it worked in the beginning.
And so yeah, it's fun to do this because this was the resurgence of Kevin Bacon, right? Like the early 90s, he did his 80s stuff.
Yep. And then
he kind of dropped.
Tremors.
and then Tremors, and then he was gone.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and we started seeing him do a bunch of movies like this, and then now he's Kevin Bacon. I mean, he's Kevin Bacon. We all love Kevin Bacon.
Saw him on the new season of American Dad.
Oh, yeah?
Playing himself.
That's dope.
Because there's
I love a person who can have a good time with themselves.
Yeah, because
like
there's something about like they do something, the worms get really huge, and he jumps on the camera and he's like, "Everybody get on your roofs," like that movie I was in, and everybody just kind of looks at him. He's like, "Really? Nobody saw Tremors," and then he gets eaten by the worm.
That is horrible, though.
Yeah, it was. I was
People
like,
should know Tremors.
I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Before we get too far, we've already gone way too far.
Yeah.
You should tell
Oh,
them
the
what we're
beer. We haven't
drinking.
talked about beer.
Again, they know.
They know,
know.
but it's Jackie O's Endless Echo, and it's apparently an IPA. We didn't check.
What's super horrible is not only did we not check when we bought, you guys already know, especially for the people from Patreon, because you saw Bo pick it up to look at the end of last week's episode.
It's hidden. It is hidden
We
on the
didn't
can.
even look last week.
Right.
1 week ago. It was 2 days ago. I opened my fridge and just happened to look at the can.
You just happened
and
to
said,
see the haze.
Yes.
It's the only. It's like in the black
Well,
right there.
and
It's
like
the only one you can see.
the rack it was on my fridge at the time, it was
It's
eye
perfect
level.
eye level.
Yes, and so if it weren't for that, we probably would have been
As soon as
surprised when we
opened
poured it
was like,
into
"Oh,
the can.
what the hell?"
So again, it's we're excited to drink this. It was
It's
a
not
surprise.
bad. It's just it seemed like it should have been a porter or a stout or something because the can's so black and gothic with bats
And so obviously you
drips
guys
of
know,
rain.
yeah. Well, and so again, like we got to Stir of Echoes because of Echoes. We're
Yeah.
not gonna lie, but the can helped us.
because of the painted black. And it's got the dripping black, like in the theater
And
scene when it
it's not
turns
like-
all black.
It's not like the can doesn't still help us, but it again, it's just one of those disconnects in your head.
Right. No, it should be a dark beer because everything else is dark. I get it. Then you open it and it's this bright, vibrant, fruity IPA. It's like, no, I wanted it to be like coffee.
Again, still delicious.
I wanted to be able to drink this in like a gothic cafe, right?
I guess at this point, since now we do the Patreon stuff, we are definitely probably far enough along we can give a decent review already, right?
Super grapefruity, a little bitter. Once you start drinking it though, just gets better.
And so I'm pretty sure
It's almost like drinking actual grapefruit juice. You know, you start, it's like, ooh, but then you keep going.
by the time we're finished, I'm pretty sure we're gonna.
Yeah, because
Love this.
7%. We're gonna be drunk by the time we finish.
But yeah, I agree. It's great. Yeah, you guys definitely have done a good job here. Now we can get back into the rest of the
Yeah,
people in
we
the
can-
movie.
We
So we
want to
get
talk
to the
about
movie.
Kevin Bacon some more.
We can, but we hashed them
No,
out. Like what else do you name some more? What are some favorites? Let's get this out of the way. Again, if we're doing the '80s, then I don't know of any '80s Kevin Bacon I don't like.
Yeah,
I love the '80s. I love the '80s.
I love the 80s.
I loved the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good show.
I love the show, and I actually love the decade.
Oh, is that streaming anywhere? You think?
I have no VH1's catalog has to be owned by somebody.
Somebody. I'd like to watch those again. Those were fun.
Because they hired like comedians and like all kinds of
People
people
who
to
were
do
actually
it.
like big in the 80s. They had like Cyndi Lauper and shit
It
on
was
it.
fun. Yeah, I loved it.
Hulk Hogan was on an episode, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so again, we try not to spotlight the giant people. He's definitely a giant person. Now that being said,
Okay.
most of this movie is literally either giant or a nobody. There's not in betweens. Like the IMDb page literally reads of pictures of the giants and then like lots of fucking
Blank
blank
pictures.
pictures. Lots of them.
Their only movie credit.
Even people you might expect. So let's put it this way: you would think maybe, despite the fact he's not in much, he was still an important character. The guy who plays Neil the cop, right?
Yeah.
He's a blank-faced nobody.
Really? Because I felt like I'd seen him in other shit.
Maybe you have, but he's a blank-faced nobody on IMDb.
All right. Well done, Neil, creepy cop guy.
He plays
Creepy.
Jamaican jazz music or something. It was when I looked at his IMDb.
I could see it.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's his big. Like he does more than acting. Is that?
Sitting there playing the steel drum, rolling a spliff in the other hand. Doo-doo-doo.
Let's see. Yeah. So the movie though is full of mainly like not giant, but I mean they're again.
They saved a lot of money on the casting for this.
Well, like, you got Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
That's big. Kevin Dunn. as the one neighbor, the lecherous Frank.
Yeah.
He's
I
that's a
like
big-
Frank. Frank's like that asshole friend.
Frank's the guy. Well, and we'll get into this more when we're in the movie. But Frank's the guy that the movie sets up, right? Like
yeah,
that
you're
he's-
supposed to not like him.
and you think that it's him. And there's lots of things to make you think that it's him. Again, I do like Frank. He catches a bad rap until you've gotten through the movie one time, and when you've gotten
At the
through it
end,
once,
you're just
you
like,
know-
yeah,
you're
I feel
"Okay,
justified
Frank-
for liking
yeah,
Frank.
Frank's okay. But yeah,
Like, he had his problems, but he
is
was a
definitely-
good guy.
It is definitely designed Sixth Sense style. Like this movie feels a lot of things Sixth Sense style, to where once you've seen it once, though, like the twist is a little less twisty.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
But the first time, you're like, oh,
and if you've waited 20 years,
sorry.
I did.
It's free.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's bad. I can't say
it just went
I
past
just
you?
hadn't. Well, no, I've watched it before, but I
Yeah.
mean, like it's been 20 years since I watched it easily. Me and Dee have been together for almost 19 or 20. Yeah, like just shy. And we have never watched it together.
Wow. My mom had it on DVD. We watched it all the time.
Oh no, I watched it a ton as a teenager. But by the time me and her got to, like, again,
It never seems to make like the list of like top horror movies or anything.
It doesn't
Like,
make
It's never
lists.
on like anybody's like Halloween.
That being said,
list.
it's like a solid 7 out of 10
Yeah.
star rating on IMDb and like 70 something
That's
percent.
fair.
It's a pretty good average. I mean,
fair.
that's not bad. That's, you know what I mean? Like
That's not what I'd give it.
we've watched a lot of movies way lower on those fucking
Oh,
ranking
yeah,
than
but
that.
They're still great.
So again, like, yeah, no, they are. I'm not trying that. Those rankings mean shit.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, this movie for sure is technically not even one of those.
Yeah, just from
It
like a
ranks higher
production
than that.
level. Like, yeah, it's about a C. I'll give
So
it
again,
that.
I'm not trying to knock the movie, but I will say, like, some of how it played out was it wasn't new to me, but it
No.
was like new, right? Like, it's been a while since I had watched it. It is a movie that's a lot of fun because of that, though. Some of the other characters, before we move past, we went off on a tangent there.
We did Frank though.
We did do Frank and Kevin Dunn as the man playing Frank. We have Catherine Erbe, Erbe, E-R-B-E. You
Your-
tell me.
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
You will recognize her from, she's in Law and Order Criminal Intent. So not the big two, not regular Law and Order and not SVU. She's in the other one.
So
But
other
the
people
one-
besides me will recognize her then.
Well, it's the one with Vincent D'Onofrio. So I mean, if you like D'Onofrio, you should check it out. She's
I
a
do.
she's D'Onofrio's partner.
No.
So yeah, I mean, check it out. It's not bad. It's pretty cool. They're like the psych people. They're like the ones that go out trying to analyze the criminals.
Pile after Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah,
He
I
didn't really
guess.
die. He just became a cop.
The kind that analyzes criminals from the inside.
It blew a special part of his skull out. Now that's all he can do.
But yeah, so you would also recognize her though from What About Bob, which again, not you. You will not.
Yes.
Bo will not recognize. Fans will recognize her from What About Bob. I still haven't. Bo is convinced to watch it. He just has not
Done it yet.
Get it, yeah.
It's on my list of shit Bo needs to watch. Still need to watch that Wraith movie you gave me.
Dude. Yeah, because we need to do that one.
Yeah, we do.
It's good too. You should watch.
I like the cover.
Charlie Sheen.
The cover's really cool.
It's racing cars and blowing them up and drag racing.
It's
Racing
like
for pinks.
it's like Twisted Metal, but
Yeah,
real.
Okay. Back to this. You will also though recognize, and that includes Bo, Catherine Erbe from Mighty Ducks 2. She is the teacher. She's
Yes.
the real love interest, not the fake one, not that blonde bitch
Not that
from
blonde
fucking
bitch.
Iceland. She's
fuck
the
her.
real one, right?
She gets him in the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She
She's the
wins.
real love
Everybody
interest.
wins. at the
Everybody
end.
gets what they're supposed to. I'm just saying though, like she
And then they made the third one for some reason.
for money for everybody that was younger than Emilio Estevez.
He makes a cameo at the end. He's
Yeah,
there.
not for long enough to get like a
Got SAG
paycheck, right?
minimum.
Yeah, for sure. He wasn't there
Got
very-
catering that day too. I bet you know.
Oh, I'm sure it was
Dude,
good.
no, catering's usually
Filet.
badass.
It was like filet
Yeah,
that day, right?
Taco
Like-
Day. It's totally taco.
well, they
day.
just let Emilio pick.
Yeah, he picked
Emilio.
Emilio.
The last two people that I'll mention from our cast, one of them huge in a very a crucial part, but a small part,
Yeah,
right?
because she's if you add her screen time up, it's only like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
because she's usually the jump scare.
Yeah.
she is
I think
Samantha.
she has like one line through the whole beginning part of the movie until the end,
Right.
right?
Well, in the middle, we get to see her.
Can you hear me? Or
Well,
whatever
in the
fuck
middle,
she
we get to
says.
see the flashback.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
right.
or
Where
not
we
even the
find
middle,
out
like
what happens.
two thirds of the way through. We get to we see, and so that we get to see some real lines and dialogue from her. But most of the movie is 100% just a flash. It's just like, oh, she's on the couch, she's in the mirror, like
She's in the TV. I
yeah,
like that.
that was a good one. So again, she's
That's where the Ring got the idea.
or
I have
something.
no way to prove that.
So she is Jennifer Morrison. You still might not know the name, but if you watch any amount of television from 2000 to 2015, she was on your TV. Whether you just flipped the channel or you were watching it, she was there because she was on House. She was one of the 3 original med whatever
Med
they
students
were.
or whatever.
Yeah, whatever
Interns.
doctors, intern, whatever they were. She was
Residents.
yes. And then she is also Emma Swan from
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time.
The whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, why do I know this bitch?
And so she is huge. She is a huge actress.
She went from being the creepy ghost girl to fucking Queen of Evil.
And
back again.
And back again.
Yeah,
and she was mainly the good guy in that show. Come on now. And in House, she was, I don't know.
I
She
didn't
was
watch
just
House.
she's just you should. It's good. It's like the best version of a medical meets detective show because they really do a lot of like breaking and entering and shit. Well, because so since you've not watched it,
hey, I need to find out what's wrong with this guy's stomach. Go break into his house
Yes.
and see what's in his fridge.
There is
Okay.
100% at least one episode where that is the actual description of what happens in the first 20 minutes.
Guy like a doctor that takes his Hippocratic oath fucking seriously, though.
Well, he's also just a drug addict. You would love this show. I'm telling you, you should watch it. Well, again, dude, like Hugh Laurie is fucking fantastic, dude. I love Hugh Laurie. Like I love like old school.
Did you watch Fry and Laurie?
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
I love Fry and Laurie. Blackadder.
Yes.
Again, so you should watch it for the Hugh Laurie of it. But again, also if you love Emma Swan, she's in 8 seasons of fucking House. I mean, she was in a shitload of House before she started doing that show.
Oh yeah.
It's good. I feel like we should stop because I feel like I'm plugging House right now instead of talking about the movie.
It was important for her. So I bet this movie got her the job.
Oh, probably. I would imagine.
The producers were like, I saw you. You were a great ghost.
Well, this was like 99 and the House started by like 2004. So it's definitely around
real,
about.
yeah.
Yeah. It's all in pre-internet days. That's a different timeline,
yeah.
right? Like today you're like, it's not the same year the one came out.
I think she still had her shit on a VHS tape at that point, probably.
Oh, 100% she did. She was mailing VHS tapes to people.
I miss VHS tapes.
Thought
about starting to collect those again, but fuck, dude, they're expensive
they're
now.
too expensive and not worth it because it's harder to find a VCR that works too. Like again, like you're getting it just to have on your shelf. It's
I still
not
got the perfect TV for it, man.
You could almost find probably like beta or laser discs cheaper because nobody wants those.
Yeah.
And so it makes it cheaper. People want the VHS.
I'm gonna bet you if I went and looked in the fucking garage, there's probably a fucking VHS player out there.
I have 2.
You know how Dad doesn't throw anything
I have
the
2,
fuck
but
away.
I don't know if both of them work. One of them works.
If I can find the VCR VHS collection coming soon.
All right. I think we can move past. I had one other person for our actors, but it was not important at all.
Was it Lenny? The asshole guy? Because he looked super fucking familiar.
No, and he at least did have a picture on IMDb.
At least,
but I didn't pull it up. But yeah, it's not Lenny, the most problematic character
the most
in the movie. It was since you opened the door. It is the girl that plays Debbie, Samantha's sister. Since we're already on Samantha, she plays a character on the Gilmore Girls. Fans, you can make fun of me if you feel the need
It's
to.
a good show.
It is a good
I liked
show.
what I watched of
The
it.
writers are really good too.
I like how
the-
fast everybody fucking
Yes,
talks.
yes, and it's good. It's pretty funny.
It's an
It stays
impossible
pretty
show to
funny.
watch with subtitles, though. They go too fucking.
They go
you
way
can't
too
read
fast.
it that fast.
You have to be paying attention. Yes, 100%. Yeah. So she plays Paris on the Gilmore Girls. She's one of the random people that Rory is friends with. On that though, I don't really have anything else for us. All right. So yeah, before we move away from, we're done with actors. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done with that. But in all fairness to directors and writers and all the things that we usually try to do with that, we do have a writer director here.
Was
So
it
it's a
a
combo, a twofer. Yes.
Nice.
So this is David Cope. Coep.
Cope?
Koepp.
Coop?
Um,
Coupe.
And so for this, he wrote the screenplay. This is based on a book by Richard Matheson. Richard Matheson having wrote I Am Legend and a bunch of other. I mean, like he's
Twilight Zone episodes.
Yes, and he wrote that. This is like a book from like 1958. So when we make the joke that this feels very much like it is just The Sixth Sense or The Shining, technically it is neither.
Yeah.
It came out the exact same year as The Sixth Sense, so it did not steal from.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And the book that it is based on predates The Shining, and so if anything, The Shining takes notes from it.
Yeah. Man.
So keep that in mind as we go forward. We will make a lot of jokes about this movie and how it feels like these other movies. It's just because the other ones were more popular. And so
I was going to say, I feel kind of bad for it now. I was like, oh, man, it's such a good movie. And then it comes up, it goes out the same time as The Sixth Sense. And it's like, ooh.
You just stole half of it?
Yeah.
Well, and again, because this one didn't do a good job of caring about that subplot, they just kind of mention it, right? Like the fact that the kid sees him.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
By the way, he sees it too.
You never get to see what he sees, though.
No, it's it's very weird. It's very strange. It is what it is. But so David Cope is also he's a writer and he's done plenty of other screenplays. So sometimes he is the guy who just doctors it up to make it a movie, which is not saying that's still a feat.
Yeah.
Books don't always translate to movies. So the fact that he can do that and do it well is still saying something for him.
Sometimes they definitely don't translate to 3 movies either.
And so he's done plenty of that, but he's also written a few by himself. And so like just to throw some of these out here for you. He did the Indiana Jones, the new one, Dial of Destiny. He wrote that.
It was all right. I saw it. It was okay. I wasn't as mad at it as the rest of the internet seemed to be.
He wrote the most recent Jack Ryan movie, which is like a military
I keep
agent.
seeing stuff about it, and I'm like, ooh, it looks cool. I need to check that out.
If you see Shadow Recruit, no, it's the same guy.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
I like that name, Shadow Recruit. It's like a video game.
He was the writer of the movie Ghost Town.
Nope, don't know that one.
Okay. It's
Isn't that a comedy where like I feel like I saw the trailer for this?
Yeah.
It's got that
Ricky
British...
Gervais.
Yes, it's got that guy.
Yep.
It's very British, and he told off the Academy Awards at one time. Like, just come up and get your award and fuck off.
He did do the screenplay writing for Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. So again, I don't know the difference.
I watched that one again recently. It's not as bad.
And so I don't know the difference. I don't understand what that means exactly. Right? Because for Indiana Jones, unless they based that one on a book that was written, I don't know what they mean by he did the screenplay, he wasn't the writer, right?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
But he's also, you get my point though. He's wrote some big ones, yeah.
He's wrote a lot of shit that I've seen.
Jurassic Parks. He's done some of the Jurassic
cool.
Park works. The Lost World specifically, I know. Says he did the screenplay for the first one. I did not know that.
Nice. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I will normally I don't let people know that I'm looking at the IMDb. And the only reason I couldn't take notes on all of his stuff. So his is literally the only one that's...
I see you scrolling. There's a bunch of shit.
So his is the only one that is on there. Everybody else, I just knew those, right? I have to tell you right now what I just saw in scrolling through this. he also did the screenplay for Toy Soldiers. Our Toy Soldiers.
Oh, shit! No,
Our
he didn't.
fucking...
Yes, go back and watch that
Scope
episode.
drinking
Scope,
fucking
peppermint
badasses.
schnapps.
Green
food
I'm going to stop
coloring.
scrolling because I feel like I could spend all day. I could spend all day. You get my point. The man has earned his keep. We should be talking about him. There's a reason why I said...
Cups up.
Yes,
to the man. Indeed. Hell yeah.
There's a reason why I said we need to stop after the actors, because I almost skipped over wanting to do that. I had it pulled up because I was like, it was huge and I didn't have the time to write down all of them. Man.
Fuck yeah.
I didn't make it that far down the list the first time.
Right.
Because you saw how far... I mean,
you're sitting there scrolling away. I was like, shit, he's done a lot of stuff.
Man. Way to go, David Cope. We should all spend some more time checking out all the things that you do.
And go listen to our Toy Stories episode.
Toy Soldiers.
Toy Soldiers, Toy Stories. We haven't done Toy Story yet.
Not yet. Not a single one of them. Certainly not enough to do plural Toy Stories.
There's like 5 of them now.
There are enough of them. We haven't done enough to count plural. We've not done one, so we can't even say singular.
I dreamed that whole episode. Damn it.
So yeah, I think we're done on that. Like I said, it's based on a book by Richard Matheson. Richard Matheson also having wrote I Am Legend. If you don't know, I Am Legend is, again, not just the basis of I Am Legend. It's also the basis for the Omega Man and a ton of other movies. Like this guy
Man is a better movie.
The Omega Man is way better. I love a good old was it Charlton Heston?
Yeah.
Give me a good Chuck Heston movie. Like one of those ones. Like that's the era I love, right?
It's the movie where he's just like in a building that's falling down. I don't know, skyscraper or something like that. Yeah.
All right. On that note, we can definitely
get
the
actual movie.
We can start doing the movie. The real movie.
Let's get a little creepy.
Well, I guess it doesn't even...
Well, I think it does. I was going to say it does because it's got this creepy ass kid talking to nobody.
Well, at first you don't know it's nobody because you can't. The angle they shoot, you can't tell. Right?
Yeah,
the angle
he could be talking to his mom or whatever.
Right? You don't know. All we can tell is Dad's in the fucking other room playing the guitar and the kid's in the tub.
I went and played with Tony. Yeah, I was the Black Power Ranger. Red Power Ranger's better.
As the scene plays out, we do get to slowly realize, holy shit, he's.
Yeah, because his dad's like, come on, we're going to get your pajamas. He's like, I want the other ones. He goes downstairs and he turns and looks. He's like, I had a question. Does it hurt to be dead? And then it pans around. There's nobody there. Creepy as fuck, right?
But also immediately gives you the Sixth Sense vibes. Like,
yes,
we already,
it does.
like,
it's
again,
like, oh, so you're just a younger version of that kid.
Right, like you're already hit, like, I see dead people. Like,
exactly.
You know, like you just didn't say it, but you implied it. Like we are, again, came out at the same time.
You might not see him. You might just hear him.
Maybe. It's
never really clear. You might just hear dead people.
No. Neil is very clear.
Yeah, his flashlight's better. That's right.
Well, no, not even that line. The other line gives it super clear. Your boy has the eyes. The X-ray eyes. It's about the eyes, man.
I forget all about the X-ray eye bullshit when he pulls his card out. He's like, "Tell Daddy, come see me." It's like, ooh, wait, hang on, no.
But I'm just saying though, the eyes definitely let us know.
Yeah.
He can see them. It's not just hear them. He can. If not, then
we love you, creepy cop Neil.
It's weird to refer to it as the eyes. Shouldn't he call it the ears?
But he couldn't call it the shinning.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so the tub scene plays out. It's mainly just to let us see that he is a weird kid, but they are supposed to be a very average family, right? Like, it's totally like suburb. Well, we slowly find out suburbs of Chicago. Not even suburbs, so, right? Like, it's
suburb adjacent.
It's not downtown.
It's not downtown, but it's not out of the city. It's like nice townhouses, but it's still kind of run down.
Well, it's not even nice townhouses. They're old townhouses. Yeah. These are like...
old Chicago.
Yeah, because this is like 100% the house they're in is what, like 1940s or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And so it's just old. It's not like it never been redone, right? Like we see Harry as the landlord. He's definitely he's not flipping because he's living in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but he's definitely making some bank. He owns like 5 of these houses.
He's certainly on the verge of being a slumlord, right? Like, I mean,
an upscale slumlord. Their house is kind of nice.
Well, again, it's just
For $800 a month, he gets a 3-story house.
Yeah, but $800 a month in 1999.
That's true.
This different. That's different scales of economy, sir.
Yeah, I'm just salty that you can't even get like a 1-bedroom apartment for less than $800 now.
But that's my point. Like your economy of scale is like crazy. Like $800 a month back then, like still crazy.
I don't recall the economy being great back then either.
That's not what economy of scale means. But I like it.
When is it supposed to be good? Point it out to me. I feel like it's always bad.
Oh. Yeah, so we get to leave the bathroom. It's kind of weird.
It's like his bathroom is literally like right next to the kid's bedroom. You gotta like walk through the kid's bedroom to get to the bath. He has his own bathroom. I guess that's cool.
I guess it's the way the scene plays out. As the movie starts, I can't tell exactly how this is supposed to have happened. Was it supposed to be the same night and he's walking downstairs from putting Jakey to bed that he hears his sister-in-law like berate him for knocking up his wife?
I think it's the same night because he tells her to go back upstairs and help him with his pajamas.
Okay. But it's weird the way it's shot.
Yeah.
Because it feels more like he is walking in from not the home.
Like it should be daylight.
Well, it's just because he's still wearing his work shirt.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he came from downstairs. Like, he looks like he came in a door, not down the stairs.
From putting pajamas on his
right?
kid.
He doesn't feel like he is all of a sudden...
It's like he just got home from fucking work.
Yeah, it doesn't... Totally not like...
Should have came through the front door. What are you doing?
It doesn't feel like he was sitting upstairs...
Playing the guitar a second ago.
Right? It feels very disjointed. But I think that makes it weirder that he was at home and she was already there, and that's the conversation that happened, and she feels the need to... Again, he knocked up his wife.
Yeah, she's an asshole. It's like, because her sister's like, don't tell him. Shut the fuck up. And she's just like, what? Your sperm still works, you idiot.
Well, again, like, to me, it's
Lisa's a bitch through this whole fucking movie. I don't like her.
She's a total bitch. And again, this isn't a case of, like, dude knocking up random woman. This isn't the case of, like...
you knocked up my sister. It's like, yeah, I'm allowed to.
They're married.
We're married.
We
already got one.
And he's a stand-up... He's there. He's got a job. He takes care of his kid. He was just bathing him, for the love of God. What
do you want? Why are you on his ass so fucking much?
I don't like Lisa.
I don't either.
She
hates... What's his name? Tom. Kevin Bacon's character.
Tom.
She hates Tom for no reason.
This is Chicago, so you got the characters like Kevin. Well, it's not even Tom. It's Tommy, because they're in the
Tommy,
right? Like like Kevin Dunn's character, Frank. Frank does that for everybody. Everybody gets a Y name. Maggie, Tommy, Jakey,
Harry. No, that one's fun.
Yeah, that one's fun. But that whole family. So I mean, that literally, like Maggie's the only one. Maggie is Maggie.
Yeah.
Like like the real name.
I called her Mags.
Did you? Okay.
It's easier to write.
But so Tom though is Tom, and lots of people just say Tom. But Tommy,
Tommy, buddy.
Jake is Jake. Their son is Jake.
Hey, Jakey.
But then Jakey, how's Jakey doing, Tommy? It's just one of those things.
I want to give him a weird ass name where he can't do that. He runs into a Middle Eastern guy named Ahmed. He's like, was it Ahmedi?
Well,
Aki baby.
Well, then you get people like our grandma who named every one of her kids that way. They all have a.
Oh, yeah.
You got Robert, Ronald, William, and Catherine.
Bobby, Billy, and Kathy.
And Ronnie.
I am just realizing this.
That's what
I mean, they're your kids. You can do shit like that. There was a Roman emperor who literally named his kids numbers. He had Primus, Secundus, Trius.
Dude, the only reason I know that is a thing is because one of their cousins, one of dad and them's cousins, always, even as adults, would still call all of obviously Kathy is Kathy. There's no, but the rest of them their nicknames could also be shortened in a way you don't need the Y, right? So, like, Dad, by the time he was in his 20s, was Bill. And Ron went by Ron. Bob went by Bob. None of them kept...
Our cousin Rob goes by Rob.
Right? None of them kept the Y. Because it's very childlike, right? Dad hated it. Because one of their cousins, as adults, would still always be like, Billy! And be like, how's Ronnie? Bobby! And it would, like...
I don't know who you're talking about, sir.
You could see, like, the boiling underneath his skin, right? Like, you could just see him getting upset.
Wait for him to choke a motherfucker.
So it's the only reason that I know that is a thing. But yeah, like, apparently in Chicago, this is a very much Chicago thing to do, because Frank is the most stereotypical Chicago person out of the movie, right?
Kevin Bacon, bless him, is trying.
He's trying. He's not working.
From Texas or something, though, isn't he? He's a Southern boy, right?
I don't know.
It's real hard to do that.
It's so
Chicago accent.
That they could have just removed the line where we hear them say he's supposed to have been there, like 6 block radius,
like 6
his whole
blocks
life.
away. He only lived like the next block over.
That line was so throwaway.
Yeah. Get rid of it. You can still keep. They just moved into this house. I never questioned his weird accent
at all. Right?
Just talk normal.
But damn it.
But he's trying to do this Chicago accent through the whole movie, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. So again, we're getting a little too far. We get back here. Lisa, though, at this point, she was totally just a dick about Maggie being pregnant. It's so stupid. And then starts in on Tom. What is it, like, with more of the psychological shit, and he's like, you do the Aquarius, she's doing the signs.
He's like, oh, well, you did it, now she'll be born in, like, June, she'll be a Gemini. Oh, that chick from Garbage was the Gemini, that's pretty cool.
The Scottish chick from
he's like, will you stop with that bullshit?
That Dionne Warwick bullshit. Dude.
I'll throw you out the fucking window.
Yeah, it was good. The banter, I hate her as a character.
Yeah, but the banter is good.
The two of them is pretty
but she's needlessly a bitch. I don't understand why she hates Tom
again, like,
so
that's
much.
the thing. Like, I could forgive her character if sometimes she takes it back a little bit, but she doesn't. Like, even the one time where she tries to, like, be like, he's a stand-up guy, she is so rude as shit during the whole fucking time.
Because that's when she's like, he's not great. He's like, oh yeah, he is, but at least he's interesting now. It's like, right? Bitch, what the fuck?
Yes, exactly. Okay,
it's like the end of the movie.
Yeah, we gotta get
but it's okay, because they all got to get ready for a fucking party. The adults in this fucking town party like they're teenagers, man. Did you see this thing? This is a huge-ass block party.
And what was the answer that Tommy had? He brought the baby monitor.
You gotta check on the kid. You just take it with you, right?
I'm telling you
Is that not how you adult?
I'm telling you right now. I'm 20 some years removed from this guy, and I have baby monitors that are hooked to Wi-Fi and like
they don't have that kind of range, right?
I can go to parts of my house that can't pick up a signal. And you're gonna tell me this motherfucker was across at least one street, maybe multiple.
Super stressful being in your kitchen. I can't hear the kids.
You get what I'm saying? There's no way I buy this.
He's like fucking 8 houses down the street, just holding his baby monitor, clear as day, hearing the kids sleep.
You'd have been better off showing me that he duct taped a walkie-talkie button down and had the other one with him.
Yeah, one of those like badass like Cobra walkie-talkies that like
uses the CB.
Yeah, had the like 1.5 mile range on them.
I could buy that. I don't buy an actual baby monitor.
It had the little like hoop where you could like hook it onto your belt even. It was so cheap Chinese plastic, man.
But not only is it insane for this to be a block party and that every adult is there, meaning I don't know where all of the rest of the kids are. Who owns this house specifically that they're at in this first one?
Is that Frank's house or Harry's house? Might be Harry's house. He's like the kingpin, right?
I don't think it's either. If you pay attention, there's a scene where this is going to sound super wild. When they're inside in just a minute and they're doing the part where Lisa fucking hypnotizes him, there's the one couple sitting on the floor. I am pretty sure it's their house.
Who
even
are
though
those
they're
people?
on the floor.
Do they ever even introduce those people?
But as the part when Tom first gets to the party and he's walking through, he after bumping into Harry and making the joke about putting holes in the floor,
yeah.
he looks at a dude with glasses, like the guy who's sitting on the floor, and says, "Thanks for the invite."
You'd think they'd be more important throughout the rest of the movie. We don't even get these people's fucking names.
Well, I don't know if they'd be more important through the rest of the movie. It's just one. It's just one
that's
random party.
the chick dude with the glasses. The chick that fucking Frank is like eye banging the whole time, right?
Well, that's what I was about to say next. He's eye banging everybody. If you pay attention, there's not a single person here he's not doing that to.
Put it in a bowl of soup if it was warm.
Because one of the very first things you see of Frank is like a teenager walking away, and he's like. Yeah. Already setting him up to be again.
You're supposed to think he's just
the
worst.
Lecherous old man.
Yeah, you're supposed to think he's like the worst kind of person ever.
And so again, like they've already set that up. But my thing about I don't even care that we don't really get a definitive answer about whose house it was. The reason I was asking you is the size of this house.
It has this like badass like brick wraparound fucking porch
Dude,
thing.
That porch again
had arches. And columns and shit.
They're right next to being downtown Chicago.
It's the corner house. You know it is, right? It's got like the big spot. The big tower.
It's
old
insane.
Victorian fucking house.
It's big enough that this could have been a full apartment building, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they are insinuating it's a house. It's one person's house.
It's Mikey's house. Don't worry about it. He's a lawyer. Makes more money than anybody.
Like they own the block that the block party is on, right? Like it's insane. The party it goes on, it winds down. It was massive.
Yeah, dude, it's going out into the street. You see the one chick fall down the stairs and shit. She says, "Don't touch me."
It kills me that it was that big, and then we see it die down to like 7 people in the living room. Again, I point out. 2 of them, I think, are the owners, are the ones on the floor.
That's super nice of them. They're super accommodating. No. You guys have the couches and shit. We'll sit
I
here.
feel like there was even room on the couch, though, because did you notice, like, Frank is sitting on the couch with, like, room on both sides of him, and Lisa is perched on the arm like a fucking bird, dude. Like, she's like...
She's weird. She can't just sit in things.
She is either lesbian or bisexual. The movie definitely hints at that. Oh yeah, because the running gag is lesbians and bisexuals can't sit in a chair normal. That's the joke. Like if a chair has something weird, they're gonna sit in it weird. Right. That's why she's sitting perched on the.
Just see her over in the corner on the counter, just like a crow.
But so yeah, this part I have so many issues with for a lot of reasons. Not. Like, visually, it's stunning when he gets hypnotized. I got no problems with that. I've got problems with Lisa. Again, it's always Lisa, dude. It's always Lisa. So she says to him, he is kind of mocking. I will give her at least credit for that. Yeah. He is kind of mocking her and the whole concept.
How does somebody who's been in college, as long as you be this superstitious,
believe in something dumb like that and all? I understand. But then she starts going on about the merits of it, right? She's like, you can use it in real medicine. They use it or instead of giving people drugs to put them under, which is crazy and wild. But it does serve a purpose in maybe clinical therapy, right? Yeah. We can all agree. And she kind of mentions that.
We've all heard that one.
So she starts to say that, right? And she starts to defend how it could be used for purposes like that. And then she puts him under and proceeds to mock him in front of some of who are strangers. Let's not forget they are still new to the block.
Yeah, they just moved here not that long ago.
Specifically,
she also stabs him in the hand.
Well, and specifically, she mocks him about childhood trauma,
right?
Of being beat up again in front of strangers. One of whom is Frank, who starts mocking him.
I don't give a fuck about the pit. I want to hear more about Joey Luca, the kid who used to beat your ass when you were 12. You were crying. It was hilarious.
I feel like she loses all credibility as a person who is trying to be like, this has real, solid medical purposes.
You just did it to fuck with somebody.
And then you use it to be like the ultimate party trick and shithead to someone. Again, like, if you're trying to tell me it has therapeutical uses and then you use it to mock this guy and his thing that he needs therapy for
Yeah, fuck that.
publicly.
Dude. Yeah, no, Lisa's a far worse person than Frank. At least Frank's honest about being a scumbag.
Yes,
Lisa
dude.
operates under the persona of, oh, I'm such a good, enlightened person.
She
no,
does
you're an
this
asshole.
really shitty thing, and then she still tries to get on Frank for laughing about it. I'm like, the only reason Frank can laugh about it is because you gave him the window to see it.
Because the prompt was like, tell us something traumatic from your childhood, because we all want to laugh at you about it.
Something, dude. But again, like you said, the other things that happened on top of the fucked up shit from her, well, it's also fucked up shit from her, was the pin.
She stabbed him in the hand with the pin.
And she says, she makes all kinds of jokes about that, right? She says to him, she's like, you were so docile, I've never seen you just willing to
I've
do
never
anything
seen that
I
side of
wanted.
you. You were just so easily manipulated. It was
Dude
great.
is literally like wet.
Yeah.
He's wet. He's sweating so bad.
Cause,
tears are rolling down his face.
Yeah, because as soon as he goes to fucking sleep, because she puts her in the like cool theater,
the
and
black
all, like,
room.
Yeah, the black room.
The only reason only reason we get painted black
is because of this. The whole theater just like morphs black, all the seats and shit.
Like they could have picked any song for the actual scene that happens later. We get painted black for that scene because she describes it. Or maybe they had the song and then they told her when you do the hypnosis.
We don't even, just side note for the rest of the movie, we don't even, like, they play the song, it's not even the fucking Rolling Stones version, it's some weird...
Gob.
What is Gob?
That's just the name of the band. Gob.
Well, goddamn.
I'm just telling you.
That was lame, I'm sorry.
It was horrible. I was like... I was very confused. I'm glad you at least were going somewhere with it. I felt like I messed something up. I was like, did I not pronounce? Is it Job? No. Did I not pronounce it right?
Okay. I made myself laugh. Does that count?
So the theater scene though is very funny that you mentioned. So the theater scene was filmed using actual hypnotherapy rules and guidelines on how to.
So if you actually listen to this and try it.
If you are one of the 8%, as she makes the fucking dumb statement, again, that's probably not validated in any kind of way. It was just dumb and said. Some people have been susceptible enough to have fallen asleep to it, and that is why if you listen to the music as that scene happens, it ends on a very rapid, hard note, is because they specifically wanted to make sure they would wake people up who had been snapped into the hypnosis.
Hypnosis? Oh, shit. That's cool. That's badass.
Interesting fact.
I'm going to go home and try it now. I want to know if it'll put me down. I want to know if I'm in the 8%.
But so, yeah, it was a very dope scene. We do find out it was super traumatic.
Yeah, he sees, like,
crazy
flashes of, like, crazy shit.
Well,
right?
we barely get any of it.
Yeah, it's
right
like 2
now.
seconds.
We slowly see it like develop. Right, the whole rest of the movie is just like developing the quick flash he got.
I think in this scene it's literally just like you see somebody like in a bag screaming.
Well, and you see from the porch.
Oh yeah, dude waving from the porch too.
That's it. That's it.
But he snaps out of it. He's crying.
Well, again, and
it makes you thirsty. Yeah, apparently.
Well, the first time he didn't chug the beer. The chugging I think happens when he finally gets home the first time.
Oh.
He did try to drink a little bit of the beer, but that's when he wants to leave because like he starts to drink it and Frank starts making fun of him. Yeah. He's like, I said that about who? I've not thought about that guy in forever.
I want to leave too.
Yeah,
I'd be like, yeah, I'm done.
Well, he's being mocked after being humiliated.
Right.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's time to go. In front of
I wouldn't have wanted to go to this party, really.
Well, like I said,
in
front of like some of whom are still strangers, right? Like they play it off like
I'm
he's
definitely
people he all knows really well, and he maybe doesn't. But then he goes home. He starts to have more flashes of the craziness of what happened, right? Like so, like now is when he has the visual of the pin through the hand the first time, right?
Yeah, because he's laying in bed.
Remembering
stuff,
different
and he's like
things.
Remembering it, and then we see it like go through his hand, and somebody actually did
That's
this,
real.
right?
That's real. They paid a stunt guy to shove that needle.
I wanna hope that they paid him a lot, but I know they probably just told him to do it.
All right. Before we go any further, we'll just address this for everyone, Patreon and regular people. We
Yes,
don't know what happened, but somehow
technical
our
ass
audio
difficulty.
stopped.
What the fuck?
God bless the fact that we still have
An alternate recording device.
so you will hear audio. You might notice a transition between good
Quality.
audio and just coming from the camera audio. But yeah, this is one of those times where thankfully it's on both. But please, you like yeah, there you go.
My bad.
You got yourself like startled by the events and
by
were
everything.
slightly
Did
out
I
of frame.
meerkat?
Yeah, so we will get back on track here. Yeah, so once he is after the party and having these weird dreams and like remembering these things, it gets
Maggie gets horny.
well, he if you watch it, he kind of starts it. She goes intense with it, but
Oh,
he
yeah,
kind
dude.
of started it, and he did keep it going way longer than felt comfortable.
He's into the point of like he's feeling like he can't breathe and shit because he's having the visions of somebody getting attacked, and then it all fucking stops with the fucking fingernail. Dude, I can't. That's too awful. The fingernail just snapping all the way up, not breaking, snapping off, like the whole fucking
Stop.
thing.
Fingernails freak me out so bad.
There's nothing else in this entire movie that makes me just like flinch.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
So the very next scene is one that causes a lot of problems for people, which is when he's in the bathroom.
Oh, when he goes to go
brushing
take some Tylenol or whatever, and he yanks the tooth out. Yeah, that one's pretty bad too.
Well, that what I was gonna say is you generally find people that fall into two categories. Either they're like me and you, and the
With the
fingernail
fingernail?
shit really fucking like that dude. Like
It hurts me.
Do you not like right now? Just talking about it, do you not have like a tingling feel in your finger?
I kicked something,
I've ripped a thumbnail
and
off
I
before.
ripped my big toenail like almost all the way
Yeah.
off. It hurts so
It does.
bad.
But just talking about it makes my finger like you know,
Right,
like
just-
I want to
Ah.
yeah, I can't. And so yeah, my wife she's like that with the teeth. Like teeth.
So it just like it's one scene for you, and immediately
Yeah.
one scene for her.
And apparently like a lot of people are that way. Like it's one or the other. Like one so this movie
Why didn't
is
we have an
designed-
eye scene for all the eye people?
Well, because we did enough of that at Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
Like everything. at
Just
Christmas
everything
time
was just like
eye damage.
cotton candy cane to the eye, right?
Yeah, this was very very weird and unsettling stuff that happened
He
after
even says that, he jumps up and he's just like, no, it's too weird. It's too weird. She's like, baby, that wasn't weird. I could show you weird.
and
I want to know what she was thinking. Personally, I wanna know how weird we getting, lady.
well, she was probably gonna have a lot of fun. This is the scene though that you were thinking. This is the can't get enough to drink. After he leaves the
Oh, yeah, he
bathroom,
goes down there and
he
he's
starts chugging.
Shit. Just like chugging orange juice. That don't work. Just sticks his face under the faucet because
Dude, that
he
was
keeps getting like more shots of like stuff.
the water under the faucet was the wild
I
one,
hope he
dude.
only had to do that shot once, dude. Could you imagine having to chug that much water over and over again? Cut to Kevin Bacon throwing up. Too much water.
Then he finally felt like he had enough to drink, sat down on the couch, still in manic mode, right? But calming down.
It's fine. I'm gonna watch some TV, right? Turns the TV on. Ghost.
Not okay.
And she's like, hey, hang on. You can hear me, can't you? And then she disappears.
I would agree that
I didn't know what she said. You have to watch it with subtitles before you can actually tell what she says.
I didn't even pay attention.
She says, you can hear me, can't you?
Oh, see, I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't know. I don't think my I did it on YouTube, so I didn't. I don't.
Oh,
know
really?
if-
It was
I don't-
free on Tubi.
I had a thing for a free trial of something
Ah.
that included this, so I was just like,
Did you
all
get
right,
to
let's
watch it
try it.
without ads.
Yeah.
Nice. I had to watch ads. Huh.
But the subtitles were different, so I
Oh,
missed out
yeah.
on the cool thing you did. Well,
Yeah, but she does. She's like reaching out for him. She's just like, you can fucking hear me, can't you? And then she disappears.
I see. That's cool, though. I didn't know
Right.
that's what she said. I like that.
Sweet.
It's because, again, Jake, as he's about to prove...
Oh no, this was so fucking creepy
Can
because
talk
he's
to
about to go
ghosts.
back up the
Yes.
stairs. He's just like, you're awake now, Daddy. Don't worry. Don't be afraid of it. He's just like, what the fuck?
Back to the sixth sense of it all,
what are you
right? Like,
talking
he's
about?
so fucking creepy, dude.
Why are little kids so fucking creepy?
Well, and this is why he's, again, the movie makes it very much like The Shining
Yeah.
in the power, like the way people talk about it, right? And the way he delivers the line is exactly like a cross between the weirdness of fucking Danny and then fucking little Haley Joel Osment from The Sixth Sense, right? Like,
I see that.
because what he's saying isn't that creepy, but how he's fucking saying it,
Yeah.
goddamn, that kid creeps me the fuck out.
No, the scene in Sixth Sense where he's just like, maybe you should talk to her when she's asleep. And he's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yes.
Children are creepy. I don't know why other people don't agree with me. They're fucking creepy. Hate kids. Ugh.
What do we see next? This is when he talks to Lisa the first
Yeah, he
time,
like
right?
tells her all about it. He's like, it was a hallucination or something. It was fucking crazy. And she gets all jealous about it. She's
Well,
like, did you used to fuck her?
Well, he starts. Well, no, I'm not. I was talking about when he. I was after that.
Oh,
I wasn't even worried about the little bit where he tells her about the seeing the ghost. I was saying that when he goes to Lisa.
oh yeah, he calls her.
Yeah.
It's awesome because he works for like the phone company or something. He's up on the cherry picker and he's just kind of hooked into the phone line to talk to her. I thought that was cool.
The shot is fucking dope. It's amazing.
He's like, what the fuck did you do to me? Did you put some kind of post-hypnotic suggestion bullshit in my head? And she's like, no. I mean, it was just a little one.
Questioned his ethics, and it needed to be done because this bitch was not ethical about the shit that she did. Right? Like, I mean, it was very,
and he was right to do so because she did, in fact, do something. All she did was she just told him to be more open-minded. Your brain will be just open to everything.
I opened the door.
Yeah,
and she did.
Now I can hear ghosts and spooks. You bitch.
She opened the door, but she thought she was just opening it to some old Mannix reruns.
Yeah.
At this point, though,
I'd rather have MacGyver reruns if we're gonna go with an old show.
This is very funny to me because at this point, the movie, if we're gonna talk about the other movies that this one borrows from or feels like, or like we already said with Sixth Sense and The Shining, at this point, we almost get vibes of another Kevin Bacon movie. In our 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, we're no degrees away from another Kevin Bacon movie.
Half a degree.
No degrees.
No degrees.
It's Kevin Bacon in just as big. Well, no, not just as. He was lesser of a part, but still a very big part. Have you ever seen Flatliners with Kiefer Sutherland?
No, I don't think so.
It's a group of medical students who find out that they can visit the afterlife scientifically by stopping their hearts, and then as long as someone else is there, they can bring them back. But once they go there and they come back, they then find themselves haunted by spirits of things they've seen once they get to the afterlife. Now, having said that, and you know this speech that you just heard about her and opening the door, do you not feel
a little bit
like there's also a connection to Flatliners?
A little bit. And now I really want to do that movie.
Flatliners is dope.
Awesome.
Flatliners is a great movie. Again, it's Kiefer Sutherland too. Like it's good.
I love Kiefer Sutherland.
You'd like it, dude. It's good. And this is like
he's in my favorite Three Musketeers movie. There's a bunch of different versions. Yes. That's the best one.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I had a chance to bring that up because I said this.
Put that on the list.
Watching
we're gonna do that one.
Lisa is a bitch. No more calls for Lisa, right?
Yeah,
no more calls
because Max calls immediately after, and she's just like, "Nope, no more calls for Lisa." Because Maggie's trying to find a babysitter.
Well, and again, it's funny that she would even say that once, like she answered for him. That's her brother-in-law. Maggie is her real sister.
Why did she answer the phone for her? She should have been like, "Oh, I mean, God damn it. I mean, I know you don't want to."
Again, after hearing him bitch, you'd think she'd have been like, "I definitely need to talk to my sister."
Probably related to the thing I just talked about with him.
She's probably going to be really mad at me.
Right.
I should probably talk to her. No, she just ignores her sister. She's looking for a babysitter. This is when it gets creepy, right? This is like, and the scene itself doesn't play out super creepy, but the callback to it becomes one of the very first, like,
Oh,
really creepy.
shit.
Like you can really know the kid's got something fucked up
Yeah,
going
so he's
on.
not just talking to
So
himself.
yeah, she's wanting a babysitter, and she's like, "Well, I can't get a hold of anybody." And he's just like, "Did you try Debbie?
Call
Well,
Vanessa and ask about Debbie.
Who's how do you know to do that?" Samantha told me. She didn't.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
She
Awesome.
didn't question.
No,
she
just
didn't
immediately
question who
starts
Samantha was.
calling it.
Again, he's not school age.
Yeah, he's like 3 or 4, right?
I think he's 5, but he's again, you can tell like he's not 5 as in like kindergarten 5. He's like about to be able to be in school. So she's not like, I don't know a Samantha. Who the fuck's Samantha?
Yeah, there's no Samantha here. What are you talking about?
This is just because this is how much they want to go have fun.
Gotta
Like
go-
you've said about these parents.
They party like teenagers. They're going out to the fucking football game Friday night, gonna drink some liquor and watch the game.
So she said, "What the fuck ever, Debbie? It is."
Yeah,
Debbie wins. And so they go out. This is wild to me. Again, so this is how close to downtown they are, right?
they
like
just kind of walk
They walk from their neighborhood
to the fucking local sports arena to
What?
watch the high school football team. It was like 50 feet away.
I don't think it was high school. I think that was supposed to be like whatever the like big football, like state team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like NFL.
Who Bengals, right? That's Chicago, right?
Sure. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Football.
Yeah. Foosball.
Foosball. You playing the foosball behind my back? Ah!
The Super Bowl just happened, and I think I know
Ha
who
ha!
won.
The Chiefs
Yeah,
lost.
I
Taylor Swift is so sad.
I only know those things because I look them up the day after. I don't watch these
My
things.
mom, funnily enough, is a huge football fan. We have a Super Bowl party every year.
So I'm
Good
just
food.
not that guy.
She makes awesome shit to eat, so I have to go.
That's the only reason I go to Super Bowl.
Yeah,
parties.
food and booze.
I don't watch football.
The commercials. That's why my sister goes. Halftime show.
Yeah,
I didn't know who the hell this guy was, so I didn't care.
it's okay.
I tapped out after about an hour. I was like, I'm done eating. I'm going home.
There you go.
Where the
let's
fuck
see.
are we at?
That's what I say.
Oh yeah, like
so yeah. Once they've got the girl. Frank though is soon. I mean Frank. Where did I pull that name from? Well, Frank
is there.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah. Well, but so we skipped over because we started going to them already walking to. As soon as Debbie got to their house, we have to address
the
this.
red flash,
The red light and the because that's what keeps coming back the
like
whole
every time he looks at her.
Well, every time
And
he
then
looks at
every
her,
time
and
he
once
sees a red
leaves-
light.
Yeah, once he leaves, every time. Well, not even just light. If he sees the color red, once
something.
he leaves,
Yeah,
he's
no,
just
like the beer cans the kids are raising up.
and so
does
he
it.
just like he hears that same in his head every time he sees the
yeah,
color
and it just
red.
keeps getting worse and worse the closer
Until
they
he's
get to the
finally
building.
like, we need to go home. We need to go home.
Something's happening.
She's done something with my kid.
She's
done
gonna
something
take
with
him.
Jakey. Jakey's they're gone.
Boop, cut back over to the house, and what's happening there? She's reading her book, and she's hearing on the baby monitor just sleep.
Fuck
just
everyone. This
Yes.
she has every right to be fucking scared.
because Jake
and
starts talking like, I don't know, she's downstairs. I haven't seen her yet.
I
So
haven't talked to her.
She goes up there and she's like, "Who are you talking about?" And she's like, "Samantha. She told me you were gonna be here." He's like, "Who? What the fuck?" And she starts flipping her.
She
fucking
said it's
shit.
dark where she is.
Oh yeah.
She can't see very well.
So you talk to her
Often,
all the time
every day.
here in the house.
She lives here.
Shut the fuck up. Immediately grabs him and starts.
Tell me what you know about her.
So like, you're coming with me. I love the kid. He's just like, put me down, just chanting it at her, pie facing her on the way down the fucking stairs.
Look, I'm telling you right now, though, she has every right to be scared.
Yeah.
What she does is maybe too intense and too much.
I get what she's saying. Like maybe they're keeping my sister prisoner in the basement,
Well, but
right?
not even that. Like,
You know?
I mean, like the whole thing too. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
she starts this off from being freaked out by like, is the
Who's
kid plotting with
talking?
somebody to
Yeah.
kill me right now?
There's somebody in his closet. They're coming to get
Right?
me.
Like John Wayne Gacy is dressed up as a clown, waiting to come down.
That's
with
why
the
his dad
kid.
was looking at me weird when he was leaving.
Right?
There's somebody upstairs. This is all a plot. I'm being sex trafficked.
It's so again, it is very strange. And
Yeah.
so she has, but she does.
Balls of steel for going upstairs. I'd have left the house. I'd be like, oh, fuck it.
But at this point, though, she does lose it, and is insane. He gets home.
She kidnaps the
They
kid.
get home.
Let's be real.
They find out. Well, that is exactly what we get. The accusations start flying very soon. They get home. They can't find her. He's like, "We gotta go," and he just starts running. She's like, "Where are you going?"
I don't know.
I love it, dude. It's so good. And so he just keeps running until he runs to the train station. He's like, "It's here.
Yep.
She's here.
He
I know
sees,
they're
he
here."
sees the flash again.
Well, he gets inside. This was what was crazy. Like, we don't see a thing that makes him know to go inside the train station. But inside, he's like looking. You see one kid, not the right kid.
Yeah, not the right
then
kid.
the sign. And the sign just like, blah, and he's just staring. He like zombie hypno frog from fucking Futurama style, right? Like
the hypno toad.
he totally just stares at it, and he's just like,
now boarding.
and then immediately turns around. Immediately.
Oh, there's Jake.
Jake.
Give me my fucking kid, you bitch.
Wild, dude. And she just
And there's a cop like 2 feet away, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like they have my sister. Here's the picture. You fucking tell me where she is.
And then the mom, Maggie is just like, "No, but you ask her. She fucking took my kid."
Right.
The cop stops everything. He's like, "Look, okay, before I ask any other questions, bitch, I don't care about your pictures. Is that your kid?"
No.
Okay, so then you kidnapped him.
Yeah, so then you're going to fucking jail.
Like,
You're in a lot of trouble, bitch.
I love how matter of fact and plain that guy was. He just was
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
look,
then you're going to
one
jail."
one question answers everything I need to know. Is that your kid?
That's it. That's all I need. I need to know who to tase
Right?
real quick.
He's like, kidnapping trumps almost everything else
It
I'm about
really
to
does.
ask about.
Don't give a fuck about your missing sister. That's all arbitrary. Like, did you take this kid?
Right, and literally, like, Maggie's still screaming, like, we're at a train station. Where the fuck
Right.
was she about to take my kid?
But she does. She pulls.
No, then the mom goes,
Oh yeah.
yeah, right. Like, well, she pulls the picture out and she's asking, but literally, like, when it's all happening, the mom runs. You see her in the background, like she's running from
She's
her.
not
Like,
taking the kid anywhere. She's here because of me.
I work
here.
She heard about our other daughter. We don't know what's going on.
She went
And
missing 6 months
she
ago.
Literally uses the opportunity to like berate the police. Did you
They
notice?
never call us back. We've been waiting for months.
I was like, not the time, ma'am. Not the time.
He can't do anything. That's just a patrol cop.
Exactly.
Like, he has nothing to do with it.
He's not even high enough rank to do the paperwork for the guy who's
He's
actually
working
working
the
on
fucking
case.
subway, dude.
Right?
Like, he
Like-
got busted. This is a punishment detail for this guy.
Leave that poor guy alone.
Right? He just wants to go home to his scotch.
You're making his day harder by trying to.
That's
bring
why
up
he
this
was
other
super
stuff.
happy he didn't do anything. He's like, "You want to press charges?" Tom
Maggie
was like,
says yes.
"Yeah, no." Tom's like, "No, because we're just gonna let this shit go because that is the same bitch from the couch
Now, in all fairness, though,
that's in the picture."
even once Tom says that, Maggie still acts like we still need to stop her.
Yeah, what about the next people she babysits
I'm
for?
gonna tell you right now, fuck Maggie. Maggie is insane because that bitch is having a mental breakdown.
Because of her missing sister.
The last thing we need to do is send her to jail.
Right.
It's not gonna help her.
She just got this like glimmer of false hope that she might
Right.
figure out what happened to her sister. and
Leave
went a
her
little
be.
nuts.
It's
Let it-
okay.
I'm with Tom. Let it go.
Definitely let it go.
I get it. You're mad she took our kid, but she wasn't actually
but-
taking him
But
anywhere.
everybody's safe. He didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
He's not upset. Like literally, Jake didn't seem upset.
He's totally fine. He's just sitting there.
It's okay.
He looks asleep even. Like,
It is crazy. I mean, again, no one's trying, but the whole thing is crazy right now. This is though when fucking Tom finally hits her with, "Where'd you even find her as a babysitter?"
well, I was in the kitchen and Jake said
Something about Samantha.
Dude, this is so fucking creepy. This next scene.
This was wild that anything from fucking Maggie from this point on happens after she is there to witness
this. She is standing
moment.
right fucking there. She should have been so on board with everything after
She
this point.
asks fucking Jake, "You remember a couple days ago I needed the babysitter? You mentioned Debbie. Why'd you mention that?"
He is just sitting there humming Paint It Black, by the way. Just
Remember you told me there was somebody told you. You remember? Jake, don't you remember, right? And then he just looks up and he fucking first in his voice.
Talk to the boy.
In his
Talk
voice.
to me.
In the first the don't talk to the don't ask him any more questions.
Right.
That was in Jake's voice. Don't ask him any more questions. And then looks up, makes eye contact.
Talk to me.
Talk to me. In the fucking craziest voice, dude.
So the Tom is like super animated now. He's like, oh shit, do that again. What was that voice?
Well, and if you pay attention, like it's easy for it to be one of those things where it's like maybe they just want us to see Tom's side. So maybe but no, if you watch Maggie reacts to the voice the same way. She is definitely like, holy shit.
That was not my kid.
And then she immediately breaks down on Tom like he's wrong for trying to
Quit trying to talk to him that way. So shut the hell up. He's like, I'm just trying to have a conversation with my kids. Like, yeah, it's a real good conversation to have with a 5-year-old.
And again though, the 5-year-old has been doing this the whole time.
He even says that. He's like, no, he said, don't be afraid. That's what he told me. Now, can you talk to her? Because I've been sitting here for weeks. I've been trying to like recreate the couch
at
thing,
this
right?
Point, Tom is just trying to look for validation that he's not insane,
crazy, right?
And he's like, if my kid can see the same thing, then we know I'm not crazy,
right?
Maggie, can we prove I'm not crazy, and then we can do whatever you want? But can we prove I'm not crazy?
Like frantically like yelling at the kid, even like smacking your hands, like, "Hey, yo, kid!"
He does go too far,
a little too far. But the kid shuts it down. The kid is just like, "I don't want to talk about this
because mommy gets scared.
Mom gets scared," and he's just like, "Oh shit,
you're right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Holy shit.
We should probably shut the fuck up."
You're right. I'm gonna stop. What is it? It's another goddamn block party.
Another one.
What the fuck? At least this one's daylight.
At least it's during the day. There's like a barbecue going on, right?
The kids are involved this time.
But Jake looks like he's having a great time.
These block parties are insane.
Every other day. I want to live in this neighborhood. Seems like a great time.
And again, there's still booze everywhere.
Everywhere.
I do agree. These guys know how to have a good time. They know what they're doing. They know what's up.
This is where Tom comes up to all the boys and he's asking questions about Sam, right?
Well, we get a few things. We also get to find out before the Sam, we get to hear Harry as he's walking up. If you pay attention, Harry gives the breakdown for why he's the landlord.
Oh, with all
he's
that.
Like, he says he used to work at the police force, right? And then he retired because he got early retirement. He used that retirement money to buy one house.
Now he's got like 5.
He used that to flip and get 3. Now he's got who knows how many.
I own the whole motherfucking block. I am the Lord Master of the street.
Basically, I think the main thing they wanted us to know is that he's supposed to be a good guy. Like, again, like
he's supposed to be a good dude.
Or he implies like somehow police work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what
and retired. And this, we'll get there. But this,
he's a high-end slumlord at least. I mean, these are kind of nice houses.
No, the houses.
It's not like he's the whites.
No, the houses are fine. I'm not trying to downplay that. I mean more like the ending. From this guy, this supposed police officer.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the nice, upstanding one.
Yeah,
Frank's the degenerate, horn dog.
That's what I was trying to point at. Let's make sure we remember.
I like that you and me were like, no, Frank's a good guy.
He is
from the beginning. He
gets a bad rap. He's
really
an all right guy. He really is.
He just likes titty a little too much.
I mean,
can relate.
It is what it is. But yeah, after that though is when he starts asking everybody about Samantha. Like, do you remember Samantha? You know that girl? She used to live on the block.
Oh yeah, she like ran away, and then Lenny comes up. He's like, "Oh yeah, the
word we're not gonna
say for mentally handicapped people."
It was totally inappropriate nomenclature.
Exactly.
To steal
that is not the
to steal from the
preferred
Lebowski
nomenclature. You should say mentally handicapped.
100%. And I don't think
Lenny, you're out of your fucking element.
I don't even think she is. Like, this is a hardcore.
No, she doesn't seem that way.
This is a hardcore case of that era of using that word for anybody who's slow.
Yeah.
Right? In a non-appropriate manner.
Exactly.
And it proves it 100%.
And again, just a little hint of Frank being a good guy. He actually shuts Lenny down for that shit. Just saying.
Good, too.
He's like, Lenny, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. But yeah, everybody's like, no, she ran away. I don't know anything about it. They even bring Harry's kid, Adam, over. He's just like,
Some black guy.
yeah,
Remember
she ran off with some black guy.
The things and stories abound that are crazy. But yeah,
Everything but she's dead.
Harry calls over his son, Kurt.
Adam's Frank's son. That's right.
Yeah, Adam is Frank's son. So he calls over Kurt. Kurt, I don't know.
Nope.
No. Oh, you talking about Debbie? No. The other one.
Oh, she left.
I don't know.
She ran away. Oh, no, nothing. For all the patrons, you get to see my shifty eye move.
Yeah, it is really messed up. While this is going on, we also cut to Maggie and Lisa.
Lisa being an asshole for no fucking reason.
Every time.
There's
every
no
time.
There's no
every time.
Yeah, like, oh, Tom's great. He seems to be in a good mood. Nothing a little lithium won't fucking cure. He's not crazy or anything.
Never a time that she's okay. She's always like that.
For no reason. She's like she makes Maggie cry and comes up. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm a jerk.
This is when we do get the funny fucking line from her though about the I am not shocked there's another woman.
I'm just a little surprised it's a ghost.
Well, it the fact that she's dead does give one pause.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked you should get you a smoldering, handsome priest to help you through this.
Same conversation again.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's good, dude. Like,
well, shout out to The Exorcist.
She is also the only person who is fucking dealing with this head on.
Yeah.
Dealing with the fact that this is 100% a ghost. Like she says, right, because this is a ghost, right? Like
It's not like an actual like chick, is it?
She's like, we're gonna call a ghost, right? We're gonna
That's what it is.
We're gonna stop dancing around the word ghost. We're like, that's what he sees.
She's all, enlightened and shit. She's totally fine with it.
So you gotta at least give Lisa that. She is at least the only person that wants to address this for what it is. The rest of them, Tom and Maggie especially, are both just trying to be like, it's not a ghost. I mean,
I don't know. It's just like, I'm just crazy or something. I don't know what the fuck.
Maggie's also worried about Jake though, and she's trying to bring up those she's like, but like, I'm worried about what this is doing to Jake.
Yeah, because they're like having like their own little private club. Anytime she comes in there, they just stop talking.
Not for nothing. We know, as people who have finished the movie, but even if you haven't finished the movie by this point, you know that kid is like, you've seen it.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's like, bitch, you should be glad that somebody can talk to him on a level that he relates to.
Yeah, because he's going to
be
in therapy later.
Nobody else is talking to him and understanding what he's talking about. At least right
Dad
now,
gets it.
Gets
right
a
now.
small portion of it, right? Like, you should be happy that
he's like,
happening.
oh, Dad, you're only getting like a portion of it, but at least you get some of it.
Then we cut back to Frank. And Tom and Harry, the whole group of them. This is when Frank Adam is with him. He's like talking. He's like, my boy, he's the star. He's not the star. He's not the star. He's the second best. Remember, because that's the thing here. Harry's son is the star.
They're the top two.
They're the top two
foosball players.
His son never gets the credit he deserves.
He's just got to get 1,000 yards and he'll get that scholarship, right? He's like 100-something yards left.
Oh yeah, so after Adam and them are standing there talking to him for a minute, this is when Lenny throws out the word the second time, like you already mentioned. This is when Frank is like,
"Man, shut up.
We don't I mean, he goes.
He does. He starts pushing him the fuck out of here. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, the only reason Lenny doesn't get beat down is because the guy comes from out of nowhere and tackles fucking Adam to the ground.
Yeah, and then starts a whole fucking fist fight. Like, it cuts over to Frank's wife, and she's just like, can't do anything nice. Somebody's always got to ruin it. Just chugs her sherry.
Nobody that worried. They were on on the blacktop. Dude.
That poor stunt guy, I hope got a bonus. The bump he took.
It looked like his head bounced
off.
It
did, man. Go watch it back. His head goes smack and bounces off that
concrete. Again, let's remember, that's supposed to be a teenager. That's a high school kid that is supposedly who just had
severe fucking brain damage.
I'm surprised the brawl didn't break out faster and more rampant.
Every time I see that shit, I'm just like, oh, god damn.
I guess the block party goes really good because we end this scene there with the tackle over. And then Tommy waking up in a daze.
Yep.
What's happening?
Where's my boot?
I better find it.
Oh, it's
under the
it's
couch.
under the couch. Oh shit.
Let me stumble upstairs to the bathroom.
Oh, there's a note.
Did it not feel weird for you for him to put the boots on, but then stumble up to the bathroom? Wouldn't you stumble up, you personally, stumble up to the bathroom, do that, then come back down to put boots?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that we're on the same page, that felt...
Boots are like last thing before
you go out the door.
House.
Yes, I agree.
Other than that, socks.
Right?
I'm in my house.
Thank you. Very weird, Tommy boy.
Tommy boy.
I'm glad you were on the same page with that.
Guy in a little coat. Oh, wrong movie.
Yeah, he sees the post-it note. We're at the park. He's like, okay, whatever. I'm going to leave. I'm going to head out. He walks back downstairs. What the fuck's going on?
Fuck, Frank is in my living room. Why?
Why is Frank here?
They're going to kill you, Tommy. You and Maggie both. I'm okay. What the hell?
I want to stop here to address that with you. He says this time, they're gonna kill you. Right?
Yes.
At the end of the movie,
they were going to kill you.
Subtle difference. And
psychic warning?
Well, and there, technically, contraction can be for either or they were.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not incorrect. But there's a subtle difference there that is also part of why everybody goes along believing it's Frank. Because when you hear this...
wearing the same shirt.
No, that's easy when we get there. But, I mean, from right now, the reason they use there is because it also still implies Frank is complicit to things, right? Yep. They're going to kill you. He didn't say it like, I'm not also involved or like, you know, like there's a reason why Frank still is the patsy.
Warning, man.
Frank is like the spiritual patsy for most of this movie.
I mean, honestly, by the end of the movie, he's probably the only one who actually survives to go to jail for anything.
Oh, 100%. Because I don't believe the wives are in on it.
Yeah,
I feel it's just
they don't know
dads.
shit about it. Yeah, it's just the dads.
So,
do we ever meet? Does Perry have a wife? Do we ever meet her?
We don't meet her, so I don't know.
Not important.
Back to where we were.
Yes, back to where we were.
So he sees Frank. Frank is weird. Frank doesn't really talk to him, right? Like Frank talks.
Yeah, he just
but
says,
you can tell it's not in like it's not in response to what Tommy is saying.
He goes outside and sits on the stoop. And he's like, "This is a nice, decent neighborhood." And he's like, Tom's like, "Okay,
I'm gonna
is
go
your
look
wife
for
home?
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for her because she needs to come get your ass.
Yeah, because you're being fucking weird, dude.
You were in my house uninvited.
How the door was locked? Don't know how you got in. I'm gonna question that later. But right now, I'm gonna go find your wife.
He walks down the street. Things still feel weird to him. Sees the mailman.
Yeah,
what the hell is this?
The weird dog, you know,
barking, just looking at it, noticing it.
Yeah,
normally probably not something he'd notice. Gets to the door, goes inside.
Adam's there.
Hey, is your mom here? I need to talk to someone because your dad.
No, but you want to see something really cool?
I mean, I
pulls out the fucking gun.
The way Kevin Bacon responds, I mean, I guess.
Sure.
Not really.
No, I don't.
But I don't know.
Pulls the gun out. He's like, "Come over here, man."
Is that one of your dads? Not today. He
not
said
today.
That is such a creepy response to that question, right?
Yeah,
is that one of your dads? Not today.
Those things make me nervous. Oh, I bet this will make you real nervous. Points it at him.
And immediately
shoots himself in the chest.
Oh, side. And then wild dreams.
Just like wiping blood all over his fucking face.
Wakes him up.
What a fucking weird ass dream, man.
And then he's like, I need to go. I need to get out of the house.
I need my boots.
Well, he's like, I need some fresh air, right? Like he's like, and so I'll get my boots. He puts the one on and then immediately is like, where's the other one? Drops the floor, says out loud, please don't be there. That was such a nice touch.
Yeah, it was.
Because again, they didn't have to play it out loud. The fact that they did it, icing on the cake, right? Like,
could have just like him be like real slow and dramatic music comes up and him there it is. But no, him just being like,
I love the out loud. Yes.
Please don't be under there.
Because
God damn it.
Because I'm the kind of person that would have out loud.
Yeah,
to
me
myself.
too. I'd have been like, please don't be there.
That would not have been an inner monologue thing.
No,
that would have been an out. I don't care.
Literally me. I just been like, if it's under there, I am fucking shitting my pants.
Right? Like, I appreciate that so much. And it was. Of course it was. And then he immediately...
I've seen this movie. The hillbilly dies first.
He immediately then runs upstairs, which I feel like implies that he didn't put his boot on, right? Like,
Yeah, he just left his one shoe.
So we should have seen this with him run out the door with one shoe on, right? Because like he should have been like that quick. He should have just been like,
my foot is cold.
But we see him. He runs outside. He did leave his front door open.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? He totally was
He's
like,
looking for
holy
Frank.
shit.
He's like, okay,
yeah.
he's not in the living room. Is he on the front porch?
Not here.
No, not there.
But then he looks down the street and he sees the fucking mailman.
And
Mail
the dog,
lady,
and the
mail
dog is
person.
like doing the same shit. They're having like the same interaction,
Well,
right?
he's still second guessing it, right? Like, so he's still kind of like,
it's like-
this isn't real.
and then
the dog barks.
he's like,
And he goes, oh shit.
and he starts to run, gunshot before he even gets to the door.
Thankfully, I will say, like
Yeah.
the movie implies, like maybe he could have saved. No. The dream was to let you know this is happening.
Yeah, and we don't even know if he lives or not. He could not. That's all we get on
The movie
him.
never lets us know.
I think he does. I think he dies.
Well, the last thing we get was the night everything ends, and Frank says it's still hit or miss.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
I think he does. I mean, shot himself square in the chest.
I'm going to tell you right now, my thought is he didn't make it off the floor right there.
Right, no, there's no way.
When Tommy dives at the floor to check on him, that dude looked, well, I mean,
dead center of his chest.
You know, like
he's glazed
the eyes were open and they
glazed
didn't
over.
like. There was no blinking and there was no like movement when he shook him.
That dude is already dead.
Yeah, the actor did too good.
Yeah, he did. Played dead way too good. I don't believe.
Yeah.
I don't believe they were doing nothing but tagging and bagging
Yep.
you when they put you in the ambulance later.
100%. I'm with you on that. I can't believe that they want us to think anything else happened. But then the cops show up. You know, like all of the emergency crews show up.
Yeah,
The neighborhood is
his
shut
mom
down.
and Frank show up and they're freaking the fuck out.
Maggie is like, look, Jake doesn't need to see this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him for a walk.
Okay.
And this
Good-
is where
good
we
idea.
meet Neil.
But where does she look? Before we meet Neil, can we address how fucked up it is that she's like, there's police.
Somebody just got shot. There might be dead people. Let's go walk past the cemetery.
Let's go not even past 2, because her whole point was to be in that. Yes, he gets distracted and sees Neil, and then there's no way
his
you can
favorite
convince me
place.
she wasn't gonna walk through the cemetery with
It's
him.
his favorite place. He likes monster movies and cemeteries. It calms him down.
Well, he likes cemeteries because he talks to the nice people, Bo.
Yeah. So many nice. Do you not do that? You don't see the nice people at the cemetery, man?
Because he's like a flashlight.
No, I would avoid the
We're
creepy.
finally here. We're
the
finally
creepy old lady down in the
Yeah.
corner. Don't talk to her. She's mean.
We're finally at the flashlight conversation.
Yeah.
Like you said, he sees Neil at the police funeral because at least we did
He hears the bagpipes, man.
That's
He's
what
just
he
like,
wanted.
it's so beautiful.
I agree, kid.
It is.
It's good.
All you people that hate bagpipes, suck it.
And so he is like, okay. Neil sees it, and Neil's like, okay, something special with that
I see
kid.
you, kid.
All right.
There's something special
And so
about
she
you.
grabs Jake. She points him away. They start walking away.
So
Dude,
creepy.
The way Neil
This
follows
is so
them,
creepy. Just
I
like
was
every time
worried.
she like turns
I
around,
was
there he is.
worried,
He's gonna snatch
genuinely,
the
that something was about to happen.
Pedophile, gonna snatch the kid. Rapist, gonna take
Well, and
her.
it doesn't help when he finally opens his mouth. Your
Have-
kid's got the eyes, huh?
How about the father? Does daddy have it? You should have daddy come talk to me. Hands on the cards. Like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why do you keep calling him daddy?
Things will get real interesting.
No, please, creepy man. I don't want to.
And then he walks away. Like, it was so fast, so random, so creepy, so
Just
weird.
poof,
And then as he's
gone.
walking away, Jake looks up.
Bye, Neil.
Yeah, bye, Neil. Looks at mom.
His name is Neil. He's good people. He's a nice guy.
The boy's got the eyes. Again, this is
He
where
makes
the
saltwater taffy on the
Th-
weekends.
this is where The Shining comes from.
Yeah.
Because the way he says this is totally like, you've got The Shining, right? Like, it's like, Danny boy, you've got The Shining.
Do you want to get sued?
Yeah. This is totally 100% that. He's like,
Yeah.
you've got the eyes. The X-ray eyes. Right? Like,
I'm like,
what?
wait, no, it's not X-ray. If it was X-ray, you'd just be like looking at titty all the time. I can look through people's clothes.
Yeah, it is a very weird, almost
It's
not
the
even
creepiest part of the whole movie.
It's almost not even needed, dude. It's
No, it's really
real
not.
Purpose. We don't flesh out enough of what
No,
happens.
we don't get
from
enough of an
here.
explanation. It's just an excuse to get Maggie out of the house
Uh,
for a second.
right. And then once all this is done, we get to go back home. It's father-son bonding time.
Yeah.
Listening to the music.
He's sitting there, he's trying. Why do I know that? I'm trying to fucking. And then Jake comes over. He's like, here, try these notes, Dad. Why do I know that fucking song? I know that song for some reason.
I can't.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black.
Huh. But where? He's playing it way slow,
I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes.
He was never going to get there right now.
No.
He was playing it so slow, right? Like,
and the version they play in this movie pisses me off.
Well, it's okay. Dude. Calm down.
It's a stupid version.
At this, though, Maggie is like, I'm going to go. What was her excuse? I'm going to
the movies or something.
It's a good thing.
It doesn't matter. They weren't paying any fucking attention.
And it's a good thing they weren't, because I feel like somebody would have called her out on this.
She's even just like, bye, Mom. Bye, Maggie. Love you. Okay, fuck you.
Can't believe that worked. Grab the knife.
Yeah, it's very smart, because she knows she's going like downtown. It's a dangerous place.
Puts that knife in her bag. She goes all the way down there. Again, the whole time, I'm starting to question what she's doing.
Right.
Because I didn't... The scene doesn't play out like you're supposed to automatically know she's going to kneel.
Yeah.
Even when she first tells the person trying to help her what she's doing, she doesn't call the guy Neil. She says, have you seen this really big guy?
Big black dude, bald head.
I was like, what?
Kind of lazy eye.
What is she doing? And then finally...
Like a little Asian woman.
She gets down there, knocks on the door. He opens it up, and he's like,
I told you to bring the dad.
You're not who I wanted.
You're not. These guys are paranoid as shit.
The whole time you hear fucking screaming from
Who
the background.
is that?
I don't know them.
Do you know them?
Close the door.
Close the fucking door.
She's just like, look,
the guy with the oxygen tank back here just like mean mugging her.
Look, he never would have came. He's not about this.
He would kill me if he knew I was here. Now come the fuck out here and tell me what the fuck's going on.
We gotta try to do something. And this is when we get the full conversation. This is the everything about the power, right? Like this is, so let me understand this. Did he have anything traumatic happen recently?
A child die, car wreck, anything.
Near-death experience?
He was hypnotized.
This is the beauty. She never tells him, because I feel like that would have derailed everything, because he would have stopped and been like, what?
Wait a minute. Wait, you can do that?
I got a room full of people in here right now, and every one of them had something.
Charlie watched his entire family burn in a car, and this guy just gets hypnotized. Like,
Billy over there was in a platoon full of fucking people, and he was the only one.
They all got fucking killed.
A grenade got dropped in the middle of the room, and somehow, miraculously, he's the only one that survived. You're telling me your husband...
I know a guy that happened to.
You're telling me your husband watched a pocket watch for a couple of minutes.
Oh, well, it wasn't even a pocket watch. You just kind of had to imagine like a painted black theater while Rolling
the word
Stones
sleep
fucking played.
Was across.
Yeah, he's kind of drifted off. He's one of the lucky 8%.
Again,
that's why he's psychic.
That's the only reason I know that she didn't tell him, is because like that conversation would have
pissed
wild,
off everybody
right?
there. He's standing there and just be like, I lost my wife in a fire.
All that happens is he mentions the couple of things and she says no. Nope, not that one. Nope. But he does now. He does.
Now he does. What about my kid? He just has a much better flashlight.
Okay.
So he was just born that way? He can just see dead people?
Yes. So again, I'll tell you. This will be after we're done conversation about that. But yeah, there is more to that for sure.
Sweet.
So yeah, at this point though, she is very much like, okay, so what do I need to do? Well, the ghost is going to start getting angry.
Yeah, because he's not doing the thing that she wants him to do.
I don't know what it is, but whatever it is that she's wanting
need to figure that shit out.
Because she's going to get angrier and angrier. First off, can we address that? If Jake is a better flashlight.
Yeah.
And he's been talking to the ghost longer than
since the beginning of the movie, right?
Since before the beginning of the movie. We don't know when his flashlight has turned on, but most likely since birth.
They moved in that
so
first
6
night.
months ago.
Yeah.
Why is Samantha not angry at Jake?
Because he's little.
No, there's no rationalization here, because you would understand.
He's so cute. Come on, you can't look at that face.
Look, if the spirits had rationalization, then the spirit could understand that Tommy.
Are you telling me
Tommy
that
made
Emma
headway.
Swan is capable of evil?
I'm telling you that Tommy definitely has made headway in this whole fucking investigation.
Yeah.
And the spirit is about to go into overdrive because it's about to start attacking Maggie.
Yeah, that's true.
Or we think. That's the beauty of this scene. It doesn't actually... Samantha does not attack Maggie, but the scene is set up to make you think for 5 minutes that this
That's
whole
what she's gonna
plan
do.
is for Maggie to get fucking
Yeah, because
hurt.
she does the whole
Maggie
like
does get hurt.
makes the tub water fucking cold. Yeah, this is
So this is when Maggie is possibly on the chopping block. Like, like
Sam's decided to fuck with her a little bit.
we think, right? But I would
That really
actually
seems that
tell
way.
you. Well, I would tell you that if you actually pay attention, the whole time it was just to actually attack Tom, like we just heard.
Oh yeah, because he
from
has the
Neil.
whole fucking like vision.
He gets teleported to the past.
Yeah,
He's
and she
really
like
seeing-
suffocates him and he can't breathe and shit.
It could have
right.
killed him.
Yeah,
Could have killed him.
if Maggie hadn't come up and been like, "Breathe, damn
So
it."
again, Maggie getting hurt was not the intention. It was the thing that needed to happen so she could hurt Tom.
Yeah, she makes the water cold, which lures Maggie downstairs to light the pilot because Tom's too busy still trying to figure out the song. He's got like every CD he owns.
It's
is
like
just
the
I know
Rube
it. I know it.
Goldberg
What
machine
is that
of
fucking
ghosts,
thing?
right? Like
Yeah.
it's literally like she's just setting up this weird ass chain of events to make sure she can get what she wants. But luckily, Maggie. So again, the idea here was that when Maggie was in the basement, she would have fully knocked herself out, but she didn't. She fucked
She comes
herself
close,
up,
dude.
though.
Like she cracks the
She's
shit
bleeding,
out of
dude.
her head when she stands up.
But she does stand up, and that's the only reason we still have Tom. Tom
Yeah.
would have died, dude. Like he would have
like, I
fully
don't
died.
understand why Samantha's trying to kill him though.
She's getting angry. She's past the point.
I guess they
of-
find one body, they'll start searching the house for
I don't know.
others, I guess.
I think the reason we got the conversation from Neil was to let us know that like she's literally going to be past the point of like reason at this point. She's just full
crazy
nuts.
ghost
Yeah,
now.
yeah. She's
She's
full
just gonna
nuts.
start killing people.
At this point, though, Tom has lost it. He is done. He said, "Fuck this shit. I can't handle this. I almost died.
Wouldn't you,
Lisa,
man?
fix me.
Yeah.
Fix me, fucking
Just kicks
Lisa."
her fucking door in. Like, you gotta hypnotize me again.
He
Oh.
fucks up her date.
Oh shit, I didn't know you had people over.
He fucks up her date.
I love it. He's just like, could she kind of like fuck off?
And she
A little
goes,
bit.
"Blah, blah, blah, blah." She says to her, she throws her out of the house. Then
I-
immediately, before anything else can be said, she goes, "Look, we just smoked a fat J.
Like a fat joint, man. And this is kind of
This is a lot.
this is a lot right now. You
I
say like
can't process
you're
this.
seeing ghosts, and I did that.
Me?
I didn't know I had power like that, man.
That's crazy.
Sweet. All right, cool. We're gonna
Let's
all right,
do this.
Hang on.
Okay.
You're gonna goose
Can
fraba.
you
Goose fraba.
can you vision things already other than can we just get past this and get
Can
straight
you just
to it?
hypnotize me again and shut the
All right, fine
shut
then.
the fucking door you
You're back
opened?
in the theater. It's black. You know the drill.
You're
it's
alone.
empty. I'm not.
There's no, but you're totally alone.
But I'm not.
I'm fucking telling you. I'm fucking
No,
telling you.
but you're there by yourself. It's
you're
just
not
you.
fucking listening to me. There's nobody fucking there.
Okay. Well, fine then. Look at the screen. Pay attention to the word. The word
There's
is the thing that's
somebody
important.
fucking here though.
Just don't even pay attention anymore. Just the word. This is so funny because even that part wasn't what she wanted. She
No,
was,
it says dig instead
got
of
a
sleep
feeling
like it did before.
if she had her way, the word would have been awake, right? Like sleep last time. Awake.
Shut the doors.
Shut the door.
Close. Not
Something.
dig. He just pops awake. He's like, I have
I know
to
what I
dig.
yes, I know what I need to do.
I must
Thank
dig.
you.
I'm going to dig for the rest of my life. I
She
should
is
tunnel
just
to
like
China.
she's like, as long as you leave my fucking house.
I wonder if I can get that Clarita bitch to come back. It was
Hopefully
this only
she's
took,
just
yeah. This
downstairs.
only took like 20 minutes. Maybe if I call her, she hasn't got on the bus yet.
This is when it gets insane on his part.
Yeah, this is where he starts to fucking lose it, man.
He's full up digging the yard up. He's got his boy, his 5-year-old.
He's helping. He's a fucking
Maggie shows
digging
up.
with daddy is fun.
Maggie shows up and is just like, what the fuck are you doing?
I love that she points. She's like, what the fuck is he doing? He's like, don't worry, she's not over there.
We need to talk.
Why? It's totally fine.
Let's just go inside. He pours the 2 glasses of orange juice, chugs his, and then immediately looks at her like, are you going to drink that?
For some reason, this is the funniest shit to me. I laugh so hard. Just the way he's just like looking at her, looking at the cup, look back at her, look back at the cup. Hey,
Can I have that?
You gonna drink that?
I'm gonna
And
drink
then just one shot, this whole cup of OJ just
what is his second cup?
Yeah,
too?
just gone. And then he's just like, all right, I'm sorry.
Well,
No, I'm not really sorry.
But
like, shit's I don't know.
I'm probably the problem.
Yeah,
like
I understand that, but I have
funny.
to do
well,
this.
And it's funny because at first you're like, I don't understand why he's doing this, because he's known he's the problem, but he's not been willing to, like, you take it out on me.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like, he's like, I'm gonna go back outside. When he goes outside, she gets the phone call. Her grandma died,
And he's just like,
and she's like, did you fucking know?
no.
He did. That's why he was like, be mad at me. Be mad at me now, because in a minute
You're gonna be
I'll be
super
okay.
upset.
You're not going to be mad at me anymore.
She goes outside. She's like, you knew. And he's like, hey, he's kind of hugging her and stuff. And he's
Well,
like,
again-
when's the funeral? And she's like, we should leave immediately. He's like, oh,
You want me to go?
I'm kind of I'm in the middle of something here.
The best part to me about that is the fact that he manipulated that so perfectly, because he was literally like, well, but, like, be mad at me. And she has every right to be mad at him. But he knew that if she was mad at him right before the phone call,
Yeah.
that then he would get the apology. He played that. I mean, that's evil.
Some Machiavellian shit
Yes,
right there, buddy.
Like, he really knew what he was doing. He thought that out so well.
I was so expecting her to just slap the shit out of him when she's just like, of course I want you to go to my fucking grandma's funeral.
No, she said, fuck you then.
right?
We don't even get to hear the conversation. She was so mad. We just see her car, Jake, gone.
They're just leaving, and he's just like, "Fine, fuck you. I'm just gonna go keep
He'd
digging my fucking hole."
He's immediately right back to it. He doesn't phase him, right?
But
And
the one faucet doesn't fucking work.
Well, because again, this is one of my favorite things, and we walked right past it. Her being like, "Why are you
The water softens the soil?
makes it easier to dig?"
No, it doesn't. It makes it heavier
I know.
and harder to move. Have you ever tried to fucking shovel wet dirt?
You leave
Oh
Tommy.
my God.
You leave Tommy alone.
He's just making it harder on himself.
You leave Tommy alone.
Maybe if you're doing like an archaeological dig, you spray it and it's easier to like get the dirt off of the artifact.
It's okay. It's okay though. It's okay. Because he was never digging in the right place anyway.
No, because he goes downstairs to like fuck with the
Try to fix the water line.
main, and he has an idea. She's under the fucking floor. She has to be, right?
And so then
she's
we
not in
get-
the yard at all.
Then we get fucking pickaxing the concrete.
He should really have like goggles on, right? There's chips of shit flying right at his face. But that's not good enough. We need some fucking power, baby.
Can we stop and pause to address this
All right,
though,
cool.
real
We'll
quick?
pause. 2 seconds. What do you got?
How fucked up is it that the ghost is supposed to be the one that gave him Dig, and Dig is not at all what he ever needed to do to find her?
Oh, that's a good fucking point. You don't need to dig for that.
She wasn't under the concrete.
No, she wasn't under shit.
You just needed one sledgehammer swing.
Again, another point. That one wall in the basement that is made of fucking like creek rock compared to the brick of the rest of it.
So again,
Maybe check the wall that's
like
odd.
like I said,
I didn't even think of that. You don't even have to dig.
why did the ghost use that word?
It's too hard to put break wall.
Basement?
Base.
If you had
I
one
mean,
word,
Yeah, but he's still.
basement would be my word.
Yeah, I would have narrowed it down, but I still feel like he probably
He
would have went
wouldn't
from
have
floor
spent 2 weeks
in the yard.
backyard.
Yeah, that's true.
Basement. Basement, much better word than dig. Okay, so
Poor
we
guy.
can get back on.
But yeah,
this.
he goes and gets a jackhammer,
He
all
does the
kinds of
full
shit.
nine.
He is.
We don't even need to deal with this.
I think
This-
at one point he even gives up on the basement and starts smashing the other floors in
this
the
is
house.
This is the dumb montage moment. We can just deal with this and get past it. He does all this shit
whole-
trying to
this
fucking
whole
find
house.
her, And then what happens is he accidentally falls backwards with the sledgehammer and busts
finds the
wall
fucking
open.
wall.
I want to point this out because I already made the joke that a well-placed sledgehammer swing would have fixed it. It wasn't even a well-placed one that fixed it.
No, it's just kind of like an accidental backswing. You got tripped. Oh,
Dig
shit.
never should have been the word.
She's behind a fake wall. There she is in all her mummified glory. And
Now-
then finally we get to find out what happened, right? He goes and touches the body and he has the flashback.
He sees everything.
Kurt and Adam lured this poor bitch into this this house
We're not going to...
and tried to do things.
Yeah, this is one of those scenes where you guys can
YouTube
understand.
doesn't like this shit.
Well, and we don't...
I
wanna
don't
vote.
either. I hate this stuff. If
was
summary executions for all people that do this shit.
This was horrible. She didn't deserve it.
No, and to get her to stop
to-
screaming, they cover her in plastic and choke her out.
To show you the true psychopathy of these two fucking guys.
Right? Oh my god,
The
dude.
fact that after she... So again, let's even address... They were doing something that should not have happened,
Yeah.
right? But in the process of all that, she fell and broke her teeth out. And that didn't stop Kurt
No.
from thinking he was still going to do the assault that he was about to do.
At least Adam had the goddamn decency to fucking kill himself. Prick.
This was so messed
Yeah,
up.
this is the worst part of the movie. I kind of, because I've already seen
Yeah,
it, I kind of jumped past it because
It's
like,
okay.
yeah, I know
it's
what
okay.
happens.
Again, all we need to focus on real quick is the things that we see that have been shown to us multiple times.
They kill her.
We see the nails,
and then
we see the tooth, we see the plastic bag. These are the recurring themes.
And then the worst thing about it is fucking Kurt being like, "Oh shit, I've never seen a dead body
No.
before. That's
I-
kind of fucked up."
The worst part about it is how fucked up Kurt is. Adam killed himself, but Adam did nothing wrong other than be there, right?
Yeah.
He put the plastic bag over, but if you listen to the conversation, Kurt said, find something to put over her face. And then after Adam did that, Kurt then follows up with looking at Adam and saying, man, that's fucked up. I can't believe you put that on her face like that.
Yeah. Kurt's the way worse of the two.
Kurt told him to do it and then pretended like, I don't understand why you would
did you do
something
that?
like
Why
that.
did you do the thing that I told you to do and put plastic on a bitch's face?
In a moment of panic, where is a time where you're much more likely to do something when you're told to without thinking about.
Awful.
So again,
Horrible.
I'm not trying to defend either one.
no, there's
They're
no
both
defense
horrible
for either
people.
of them.
But Kurt is 100%.
But definitely, Kurt is definitely worse. He's the worst of the two evil
If we're talking about
things.
Dante and levels of hell,
levels of hell,
then Kurt
is definitely going to a
Kurt
way worse
deserves
one
lower.
than Adam. At least Adam knew he did wrong.
Right? Thank
Kurt
you,
just
yeah.
keeps trying to hide it. Like, no, I'm fine. I didn't do nothing.
And act like he's not a bad person.
Yeah.
Right? While that goes down, we have a real quick flashback to Maggie at the fucking the wake. It's not even
I
the
guess.
funeral yet. It's like
like
the same night, right? And
The
she's
dinner
like, look,
party afterwards.
she's like, I gotta go back. I don't know. I feel something. I need to talk to him. And she calls Tom. She's like,
I'm gonna come back. He's like, no, don't do that. It's fine. Everything's cool. And then she goes to get Jake, right? And Jake's like, I'm not going. I'm afraid of the feathers. I'm gonna stay here with like.
don't forget the purse.
Oh yeah, very important. I forgot that actually. He's like, no, Mom, here's your purse because it's got the knife in it.
Well, again, because much like the feathers, the purse, it's all showing us.
Yeah,
Ghosts are talking to him. They're telling
people
him these
are
things.
talking to Jakey boy, and he knows what's up.
At this point, we got Tommy. He wakes up from his vision and he's like, oh shit.
I gotta go.
I know what's going on.
I gotta go tell Frank, right?
Why Frank? I don't know.
I feel like it's never explained, but I feel like him and Frank like went to high school together or
I don't
something. Like
know.
they've known each other a long time.
It is very strange, but he does.
Because
He goes
why
to Frank.
else would he have this like need to be like, dude, you need to hear
Well,
it from me?
Because Adam's the possibly dead one.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could come up with. Like, if you need me to give you a real, like, an in
yeah, I
story
know
reason,
why Adam shot himself. Here's why.
right? That's why.
I found dead bitch in my basement.
So, if Harry would have been hurt, he would have went to. I mean, not Harry, but if Kurt would have been hurt, he would have went to Harry first. But since Adam is hurt, he's like, I should probably tell you why that probably happened.
Because Adam has a conscience and had the goddamn decency to shoot himself.
When he tells him this, though,
He should have knew. The second Frank was like, hang on, stay right here, I'll be right back, and goes back in his house, comes out with his coat, but never puts it the fuck on.
They both are walking through a downpour.
Yeah. He never puts his coat on.
Like it's not a problem. The man is using the leather coat to keep the gun dry.
Yeah, you
right? Like we know that, right?
Like, I don't know. Suddenly, Kevin Bacon's character is just completely stupid. That was the most obvious thing in the movie. It bothered the piss out of me. But he takes Frank back, shows him the body.
We forgot to mention that while he was in the basement, Kurt saw him.
Kurt did see him. He saw
because it sets up what happens next after this, right? Yeah, so he takes Frank.
It's so quick.
You
forget about it.
He takes Frank back, and when they get to the house, he's showing Frank. He's like, "Look, this is what I'm telling you. Look, she's right there. This is what happened."
Like, how do you prove it?
Frank goes,
"She's got hair, man.
You don't know that it was them.
She's got a tuft of hair in her hand, man. Like
they'll
run that DNA. It'll come up."
Frank then just looks up solemnly. What were we supposed to do?
She was already dead.
They came to us,
and there was nothing we could do.
Dude, the look on fucking Tommy's face, like Tommy.
Why I think like they've known each other a long time.
Tommy believed that Frank could have been involved, and he was just like,
right, like it's so good. Guess why I think they knew each other forever. It'd be like Chuck suddenly being like, yeah, like I hid all these bodies in my basement.
Frank pulls that gun out though. It is not to hurt Tommy.
Who are you going to shoot with that?
I want to point that.
Who are you going to shoot with that, Frank?
Tommy acts like it was for that, and it was never for the. If anything, it was for himself, right?
I do know. You really do. You think because he shoots at him to get him to run, and
but
then as soon as he gets up,
he doesn't shoot. He could have just killed him.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
shoots off to the side. Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
He wanted to kill. There's a
He's so guilt ridden. Because Frank's a good guy. He just seems like an asshole.
6 months. 6 months I've been living with this. I can't live with this no more.
And fucking Tommy goes up the ladder, and then you hear the bang, and you poor Frank, he's gone.
Before Tommy can even deal with that,
there's a knock on the door. Like it's 2 seconds later after the gunshot.
Harry and Kurt.
Hey man, hell of a fucking storm, right?
I gotta
why
ask you a
don't
question,
you let
though.
me in? Why don't you let me in? I heard some banging.
What have you been doing to my house?
Nothing. Water main broke. I don't know.
Something in the basement.
There's water damage.
Huh.
Yeah, funny. The water doesn't run under the house. It goes through the yard.
I love how bizarre this whole fucking setup is, though, because you see while the conversation is going on, Tommy eyeball his keys.
Yep.
He grabs his keys. I get that. It's a weapon.
It's a weapon.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he does the whole like lace him through
Then
his
the
fingers.
batshit of all batshit as Harry throws booze to Kurt. I get it. Liquid courage. I understand.
Yeah, drink that. We're about to kill this motherfucker.
But did it not feel very weird and out of place when he's just like, here, take this.
The look on
Drink it.
The look on Kevin Bacon's face when it goes flying past him is like, what? What the fuck?
Why?
I thought you were throwing shit at me.
It's so fucked up.
But Tom knows what's up. He sees sees the gun in Harry's pocket.
He uses the throw as a chance to be like, fuck this.
Spears him with the fucking lamp. Tries to run. Kurt catches him with the fucking
fire poker.
Yes.
Fuck,
oh my god. Right in the
dude.
back of the knees, dude.
Maggie shows up just in time.
Oh, right when they have the pillow. They're about to shoot him in the fucking back of the skull, dude.
It was crazy. It
Perfect
was intense.
fucking timing.
It was wild. She honks. He doesn't come out. She's like, fuck it. I need to go in.
Motherfucker starts to go through. Lights go out. She hears
The
like the
lights go out.
scuffling.
First, just the living room. Then the fucking patio. And she's like,
all right, fuck that. Goes
She
and
goes
gets the
back-
knife back out of the car.
proving how fucking ingenious it was for fucking little Jake to say, bring
Here's
this.
your purse.
She gets in the door. As soon as she gets in the door, these two were ready to fucking go, dude.
Dude, they grab her as soon as she walks in there, dude.
She's lucky, even with being armed, that she made this.
She just happens to stab Harry right in the foot.
Dude, this
right?
was fucking phenomenal. And as soon as he gets stabbed in the foot, who comes in?
Frank!
Fucking hero of the day.
Motherfucking Frank! Comes in with that sweet ass 38 fucking Colt special. Bang! 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 Bang!
As he blasts.
Kills everybody.
As he blasts Harry, though. Harry falls.
One shot
Shoots up.
through the roof.
Through the pillow.
Whose bed was it? Whose bed was it with the feathers?
Jake's, and I know why you're saying that because you think it proves that Jake was right for not going. Can I tell you something though?
Okay, cool. Do you got more?
If Jake went with Maggie,
he'd be in the car.
He would not have been in the bed.
No, he'd just been in the car. Why the fuck did it matter? God damn it!
I love that you thought you had something.
Ah,
because it doesn't. The movie makes you feel that way, but
it does because it's all like, and it like has the like slow flow,
and you're like, oh, that's why he didn't go.
Oh, that's why he didn't want to
go.
But yeah, because he would have been in the bed when the bullet went through. The writer didn't
think that one through because honestly, if Jake was with her
he'd just be
and he rode home in the car, he'd be in the car.
He's like 5. He'd still be in a fucking car seat or something.
He would never have been upstairs and in his bed already when that gun went off.
She's not that reckless, right? It's like, oh, come on, honey, let's go into the house that the lights suddenly went off. Let me grab my knife real quick. Sing.
But again, that's just me poking holes at the silliness.
Harry, Kurt, they're dead. We get a repeat of the dream. Frank being like, they were going to kill you.
But this time it's they
were going to kill you.
Proving he was never the bad guy that the first line wanted you to think. Because they're going to kill you sounds threatening.
Yeah.
They were going to kill you sounds protective. Because it was.
Frank saves the fucking day.
Sits on the porch. We get the full diatribe.
Yeah.
Not just the one line about the neighborhood. He goes on and on, right? He's like,
cold-blooded
this place is
murder.
great.
We can't have that shit here, man. Like
this is a good neighborhood.
Because we take care of each other here. And then he just starts sobbing.
Can't let that happen. We see Samantha. Her
spirit. She comes out.
Whole. She's no longer blue.
She gets her coat back.
She's not blue in the face anymore. She's got like flesh tone.
Yeah, her tooth is back.
She walks through a car.
I loved that. She's walking across the street in a car.
Bad
just
visual
drives
effect.
Through her. It really was.
And that's basically the end. We get a couple more wrap up moments.
They sell the house and move out.
Rightfully, well, they don't sell it. They're renting. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Renting from Harry. They're just leaving after he fucked up that house.
Good luck renting it to anybody else. There's thousands of dollars in damage, bullet holes, all kinds of shit.
Well, again, when the landlord got shot there because he was doing shady shit there, I think it's got its own problems.
Depending on the kind of wood that floor was made of, you ain't getting that blood out. If it was mahogany, forget about it.
We also see that the Kozaks finally have their funeral for Samantha.
She's at rest, and apparently they're Catholic. I don't know why that mattered.
It didn't. The main very last takeaway we see, they're moving. The moving doesn't solve all the problems.
Poor Jake. They're just driving down the street, and it's like he hears every dead person in every building, and he's just like, God,
that flashlight is getting stronger.
Yeah, no, it's so bad. Make it stop.
That flashlight is getting stronger. All right, guys,
I love this
we're here
movie.
at the end. Now I'll come back to you started to mention earlier is it just because it's their kids, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things I read, and I wanted to wait until we got to the end because it would have felt weird to just randomly drop this
throw it in
way early. Yeah. The original planned storyline would have ended with Maggie giving birth to the kid we heard about in the beginning.
Oh yeah, because I forgot about that. She's pregnant in the beginning of the movie,
which would have been a daughter who also would have been born with the power. So yes, it would have been implying something genetic that Lisa unlocked. It is something in the family.
She's a good hypnotist, isn't she?
But yeah, it's not that she didn't magically unlock it. It's supposed to be genetically there, but she unlocked the Tommy being able to do it.
She's Guru unlocking potential for fucking the Dragon Ball Z characters.
All right, though, guys, that was fun. We had a great time.
I had a great time.
Again, this movie is a lot more fun than people give it.
Yeah, it really is. It seems like it's generic, but it's really fun. Like you get into it.
Well, and it's not really that. It seems generic, but like I already pointed out, technically It's
It's
probably the
older than the
inspiration.
other ones. Yes,
It's not generic. The others are generic. You
they're
know?
ripping off Stir of Echoes.
Well, it's the Hydroxy versus Oreo. Like Hydroxy's the older cookie or whatever.
But
Oreo's technically the
nobody
knockoff.
knows
but
what the fuck Hydroxy is.
It's that story going on right here. Like this is the originator.
Yeah.
This is the one you should care more about.
Definitely.
Like, movie wise, we understand way later. Story wise, this story existed.
I wish I'd seen this in the theater instead of Sixth Sense.
I will.
I'm gonna just throw that out there. I wish I'd have done it the other way around.
I'll stand by that. I think I saw both of them in the theater, but I'll stand by that.
I
being a
actually got stood up for a date on The Sixth Sense. I went and saw it alone. This chick was supposed to go with me and never showed up. So I was like, fuck you. I'll go watch it. Went to school the next day, looked at her. I was like, your ass missed a good movie. Fuck you.
He sees dead people.
He sees dead people. Exactly.
All right. Bo, you want to tell him what we're
next week.
drinking, and I'll tell him what we're watching.
Next week, we are doing New Holland Brewing Company's The Poet, and this one actually is a stout. We got a stout this time.
No surprises.
Yeah, The Poet. What movie? Tell me the movie.
We're going to
Shane.
do Dead Poet Society. How are you going to do The Poet and not do Dead Poet Society? Plus, we love Robin Williams.
Yeah, also true. I mean, we could have done some random ass. Oh, we could have done the
other things. There are
Romeo
movies,
and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio where they have guns.
There are movies about
That
poets,
was
but I'm just
badass.
saying, like how I love Robin Williams.
I do too.
This is a good movie.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. The
It's
one we're
definitely more
doing.
serious. It's not. It is more serious. We'll just leave it
Isn't
there.
that like the first Robin Williams movie where we're like, oh fuck, he can act.
He can act. He has range.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
like, oh shit, he can actually like act.
All right. I don't think I have anything else. You
You
got,
got
anything?
anything? Oh no, just the usual. Like, comment, subscribe. Please sign up for our Patreon because beer is expensive. And Shane, can we go paint some red doors black, please?
We can paint it black.
Why do I know that fucking song? I know that song for some reason.